What's up, explosions? Turn this up to... That's probably fine there. What's up, y'all? Yeah, like I said, sorry we're late. Internet just exploded this morning. So there was like an outage recently and it affected everything. So like I had to like delay coaching sessions. It was kind of a disaster. So we're back. I posted in my Discord, but I'll pull it up here really fast. Check out my internet speed here, boys, during that period of time. 1.42 megaboots per second. Yeah, so and 0.27 upload. So you literally could not even browse the internet. It was pretty bad. What's up, Jeff? No rush, Jeff. Don't worry about it, mate. We might do this again sometime. State of plays? What state of play? What does state of play mean? And yeah, the update with Fibers, there's no update. So I've contacted them like 3 weeks ago. But PlayStation Showcase? Oh. I mean, I can watch it, I guess, if you guys want. Is there anything interesting going on? What does that even mean? Let me look on Twitch. Just chatting. Special events? Is that it? Red Bull Kingdom of Speed? I don't know what that is. Bloodborne 2 remake? Oh man, that might be kind of worth watching. Somebody should link the stream when it goes live. Maybe we'll do some co-streaming. I'm not getting to the point in time now. Like I'm growing up. Or maybe I'm not growing up. Maybe it's the opposite. I'm actually like kind of vaguely aware. Hello, Quantum, of like gaming stuff. Like I'm slowly expanding my repertoire. Today I was working when the internet wasn't working. I was working on my Dark Souls script. We got a lot of. It's gonna be a big one. Gonna be a big one. What's up, Seal? I've not finished Ghost of Tsushima. I'm like 2/3, 3/4 of the way. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of dragging. It's kind of dragging for me, a little bit. So it's gonna be a game that I'm gonna play off and on for probably the next couple of months when I have time. It's definitely I'm feeling the RPG aspects. So I'm not gonna make a video on Ghost of Tsushima. I don't really have any strong feelings for it. I've enjoyed this story a great deal. I've loved the little vignettes, the little side quest things have been very entertaining, but the RPG elements are like kind of exhausting. So, but I've heard mixed things about Yotei. I've heard the combat's much better, but the story's not as good. I'm not likely to play that. So, Hans's foot sectors in Yotei, nice.
I played for like 15 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed Tsushima. I would not say I would not recommend it. I've liked it. Like the combat was actually like really I played it on the highest difficulty, which I highly recommend you do, because I was like trying to figure out what difficulty to play at, and everyone's like, you play it in the highest difficulty, play it in the highest difficulty, and I'm really glad I did because it basically makes everything a glass cannon, including you, which is like honestly like a really nice difficulty meter because. Most difficulty meters just make everything hit harder and have more health, but actually you hit harder too. So it's like it kind of feels way more realistic and way more enjoyable. So that was good. But Tsushima, like, yeah, it's like so freaking draggy. So we'll probably finish it. I just get bored. I've gotten to the point where I probably put like 40 hours into it, and I'm like, oh man, I've got like another 25 hours left. I might just have to skip. So. I'm spending more than an hour on Vax. Am I even still turbo slowly improving? Am I wasting my time? I would say, Jeff, there's probably bigger fish to fry. I wouldn't be spending more than 5 to 10 minutes in Vax it, and then I'd spend more time practicing my aim in ranked. You also need to make sure that your EDPI is decent, like so your mouse DPI and your in-game sensitivity, crosshair placement. I have some videos on some mechanics stuff, but I mean, you could definitely improve your mechanics. But at 33 years old is like you're my age, dude. Like you can do it, but it's just whether you have the time or interest. So much of the game is grinding materials. Yeah. See, the funny thing about it is like I did so many of the side quests, like all of the side quests, that like I'm like halfway through the second region. So, and then there's the bonus region. So I guess I'm like 70% of the way through the game, 65, and I'm done. Like I've upgraded everything. There's nothing left to upgrade. So it's in a weird way, it's like, I'd almost rather there to be more to grind because it would give me more of a reason to do the side quests. But the weird thing is, like, if you're completionist in this game, there's nothing left to do with the stuff that you have. Like and honestly, it's been the case for some time. Like you could argue that I could have been done with upgrading, like just over halfway done with the game. That would have been it, you know? So it's like, I don't like the grindy mindset, but like there's at least there's a motivation for it. There's like no motivation for Tsushima. I just have a bunch of crap, you know? I'm gonna trial sailing in July. Oh wow, that's awesome. Enjoy the sailing, JKB. That's awesome. Yeah, so it was just mostly kind of boring stuff, so thanks, John. So, but it's fine. It's also kind of hard because it's like, it's not a bad game. I've just played a lot of very interesting games around it. So like in contrast, like when you're playing like Dark Souls trilogy, or you're playing, you know, Overwatch, or playing Amnesia the Bunker, or Slay the Spire with friends, it's like, for like, those games just have way more personality, you know, like they're just so much more memorable, you know, for better and worse. I've been trying to do, yeah, I have different armor builds for different situations. I have different play styles. I've been avoiding the whole assassin thing with Tsushima because I just find it to be just really boring. It's just not interesting at all. I've been definitely trying more parry stuff, more aggressive swordsman stuff, because that's what I enjoy more, but it just, even the combat, which is like pretty solid, like it's the best part of the game, it's just been kind of tedious. Like, I think some of the character side quests have been good at developing the characters, but there's just like, I think, okay, here's the thing. Crosby Blows, thinking with the sub. I think the writing on the side quests is actually decent. I really do. I think the characters are interesting. I don't mind that they take their time with it. The characters feel more fleshed out, more nuanced, and more interesting. It's by far my favorite part of the game. The thing that's impacted me the most is thinking about it. I think the problem is that the quests themselves can be a bit repetitive. Like, but more importantly, what was I gonna say? It's the environment and the things that aren't side quests that are very repetitive. If the game was nothing but quests, it would be maybe okay, but like all the etc., the Fox discovery, the get this thing, it gets it's very repetitive. Even like the enemy camps are largely the same. It's very formulaic. So actually the writing, if I was a writer of Ghost of Tsushima, a lot of the writing I think is very good. The dialogue is interesting. The characters are interesting. There's nuance. The main story actually had me once or twice going, whoa, I was not expecting that. Like, yo, I won't spoil anything, but I was like, okay, that's good. Yeah, cool. But the game itself, besides, it's like combat's solid, writing is solid. The rest of the RPG elements just feel pretty hollow. Feels like they tried to do too much, and it just drags. I think I have Dishonored. I think Dishonored was something I got on. So if you guys don't know, I've like the Black Friday purchase list where I just go like buy everything that's on my playlist that's discounted. Yeah, I might be playing a simulated version of Bloodborne at some point. And I think Dishonored was on the list, so we'll see, GKB, don't worry about it. But I also just don't really enjoy. Does the viewer command work? I guess between games maps doesn't make any sense. Let me update that really fast. Sorry. Commands, edit, viewer. We'll get to it later. Less bullet in terms of Foxens, etc. Yeah, I'm sure that's the case, but for me, I think I'm kind of burned out on that genre as a whole. So I probably will be taking a break. Yeah, Witcher's on the list as well. I have played... Let me pull up my Steam here. What have I played? I have not played Expedition 33. My brother-in-law bought it for me. It's on my list. I don't know if I'll get to it this year. But I will, but I have cranked through a lot of things. I have played... What have I played? In the last 6 months, I have played Amnesia the Bunker, which is great. 9.5. I do not like horror games. The most scared I've ever been in my entire life. Like just unreal. What an experience that was. No jump scares, by the way. Basically no jump scares. That entire game. Just none. Just, I don't know how to describe it. Scared the crud out of me, though. And the worst part about it is my in-laws were staying the week, and like my computer's like in the main living space, right? It's like in the dining room, and they're like, you know, in the other room, and they go to bed at like 9. And so Stefano bought it for me, and I'm streaming it to Stefano, and I'm just sitting there like, I'm gonna, you know me, I'm gonna be very animated, like screaming and hollering, yelling, like, you know, but nope. I just have to sit there and just be quietly terrified for hours. And it ends right when it needs to. I won't spoil it. Again, I'm not a horror game guy. I'm not like a gore guy. Big pass. D4Key, oh my gosh, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good day. Thank you guys for the subs. But it was just a really interesting game. Gameplay was good. Problem solving was good. I won't spoil anything, but it's like a game that makes you remember moments. So you're like, how I figured that out, or under the pressure, I was able to do this and figure it out. It was unusual. Closest I'd give to a 10 out of 10 game up there. Like, it was crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I do love the setting. Weird story about the game without any major spoilers, Jacob. No joke. Before Stefano bought it for me, or I literally had like, I had these ideas. We were watching All Quiet on the Western Front, the original version, and I was like, dude, it would be so scary if they had a horror game set in like a World War I bunker. Like that, like the PTSD. It wasn't obviously like what exactly happens in the game, but like the setting I thought was like super spooky, and I was like, oh, there it goes. So it was like, what are the odds? So, frick, man, it's a good game. It's a good game. Thank you. I appreciate T4Key. Okay, I will. Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. I'm currently on Dark Souls 3 right now. I'm working on a pretty big content piece on that, which will be on Spilo Clips. Going to talk about game design, the way that the Souls-likes have evolved, my take on the general opinions of Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, good and bad. I know there's a million ideas out there, so I'm going to do my best to try to provide a unique take. I have Dishonored. I have not played it yet. I'm working through Ghost of Tsushima. I have Hollow Knight, Silk Song. I haven't played that yet. Again, brother-in-law bought that for me. Lies of P, haven't bought it. I haven't played it. Outer Wilds, haven't played it. Mass Effect Trilogy, haven't played it. I do have it though. Prey, haven't played it. Silent Hill 2 Remake, I did play through that. Very good game. Slay the Spire 2, have played that. So I guess it's been Slay the Spire 2, Silent Hill 2, a lot of Ghost of Tsushima, the Dark Souls trilogy, and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which was okay for a Star Wars game. So I've been busy. I've been busy. And Amnesia the Bunker. So actually I've gotten a lot done. That's a lot of gaming for me. No, Doom is kind of on the list, but I haven't played any of them because they weren't on sale. So basically I will buy games that aren't on sale eventually, but I don't buy them if they're not on sale now because I still have things on the list that are on sale. Do you kind of get what I'm saying? So there's no point in buying them because maybe 2 years from now or a year from now when I actually need to buy games that aren't, then maybe it'll be on sale. So what do you think of DS3 so far? Bosses have been overall good so far. I mean, that's the lowest hanging fruit ever. The tempo of the game is like remarkably fast. So like it's kind of a whiplash coming from Dark Souls 1 and 2. I have the background of I've done Sekiro, Charmless, Demon Bell. So I've done Elden Ring Night Rain. I've done Elden Ring DLC with no summons all the way through, and its initial release, including pre-nerf Consort Radahn. So I've played stuff that's obviously a lot harder and a lot faster, but it's still like after having spent like a full month and a half doing Dark Souls 1 and 2, it's like, whoa, wow, this is so much faster. I have a couple of nitpicks about the way the combat is handled. I think it's definitely bordering the roll slop direction that I think people criticize a lot of the newer stuff on, where it's like your windows for attack are just infrequent and or non-transparent. Like it feels hard to kind of know where to progress, and it could be really easy to cheese some of the bosses, which I don't enjoy, but it's been fine. I don't like it's super linear though, which is a legitimate criticism. I played God of War. Yep, I played God of War and God of War Ragnarok. If you pick 3 sports and cover each other's flaws, what would you pick? Onizen. Depends on what. I would say short range support like Lucio, Brigitte, or Kiriko or Moira. One of those that either has hyper mobility or hyper brawl. Poke support like Ana Zen or Bap, and then +1 like Wu Yang could be. Yeah. I despise Millennia, actually. I think Millennia is one of the weakest bosses in Elden Ring. Hottie, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream, mate. I'll talk about why in a second. Yeah, I don't mind delayed attacks as much as long as they're consistent, because you can learn their patterns and learn their timing. But I don't enjoy boss fights where like the roll timing or tempo or dodge timing or tempo is not something that you can figure out intuitively. Like it could be something that it takes you a while to execute well. Like I just fought the dancer and it definitely but it felt like for the most part with the dancer, it was like I kind of knew what I needed to do. I just needed to get good enough to recognize it. But there were times with Millennia, especially with like Waterfowl and so on, where it's like, it's just like almost impossible to know what to do, you know? And then that's compounded by the fact that I think the rest of her moveset's pretty easy. Like, I've never had problems with Millennia, but I've never... the fight's fine. I like Millennia. I think she looks cool. I think her boss arena is cool. I think her story is cool. But the fight itself is just kind of like, meh. To me, a good boss is one that you can understand what's going on. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. I think Ishin Swordsaint is like the perfect boss for that example right there. Like, I think Ishin Swordsaint might be the best boss in the entire Souls trilogy from that front perspective, because he's so unbelievably difficult, and yet even the phases of his progression, you're always like, I knew what I died to there. I should be able, I know, and you've even practiced those skills the entire game to get to that point. And then the way that the game, you start the first phase and he does these things, and then he does second phase, he adds a little bit more, and the third phase, so you're feeling the sense of progression and you're not exactly overwhelmed. It's not easy, but it is intuitive. You know exactly, and yeah. Lady Maria, I don't know yet. I haven't played it yet. So like I said, I like boss fights where there's a sense of progression and you know what you need to do. You're just not good enough to do it. It's the same reason why I like playing versus Genji Tracer. You know, I like knowing that I could have hit the shot. I know, but just not know exactly if I'm good enough to do it. I'm getting there with Lube. Enter Father's Peak. Enter Father's good. Yeah, my critique of Enter Father is I think he's a bit of a drag. His health pool and posture bar is way too long. But even the last time I fought him, I kind of smoked him because I decided I kind of went to the fight knowing it was going to take forever. So I decided to turn up my aggression to like a ridiculous degree. Like I never backed off him the entire fight. And so I learned some cute little tricks around his combos just through trial and error. And I ended up rapidly accelerating my duel with him. Like it took less than half the time it took for me to beat him the first time. Not in terms of like time learning him, that was obviously the case, but like the time, how long the fight took when I beat him was like 2 minutes or something, which is crazy fast for that fight. Did I do the Sekiro Gauntlets? What's that? I don't know what that is. Just got to keep attacking. Yeah, it's a little weird with Al Father because he has a lot of like weird combos and projectiles he throws at you. But if you learn the dodge timing or the deflect timing, you can actually stay pretty aggressive on him. You don't have to, but it does make the fight go a lot faster. And I like that. And I was able to figure out those dodge timings kind of on myself without having to sit there through trial and error. And some of the things, my complaints with DS3 so far, some of the bosses have not enjoyed. Like I fought the Pontiff recently, really did not like that boss. I wanted to like that boss, but so much of the dodge placement and timing with him is not intuitive. Like you have to roll to certain shoulders and certain angles, and you can exploit his range so he gets caught in a certain moveset, and then you get to second phase and it's just a complete pushover. And so I got my butt handed to me for 30 minutes straight, and then I destroyed him. And I just didn't really do anything differently. I never felt like I solved the moveset like I did with Dancer. So it's like, there are plenty of ways to deal with Pontiff, you know, but you have to know the proper role placement and role timing, and the problem is that wasn't very intuitive to me, even as somebody that's played a lot of Elden Ring and Night Rain, and it's like I struggle to know what direction I should roll. Like there's things like, oh, you have to roll to this side because his arm goes over the top. It's like you're just dead, you know, before you even figure that out, you know. So oh, that sucks, Sarah. Yeah. What is your favorite skin in all of Overwatch? I don't know. hard to say. Genji Nihon is definitely up there. I think it's one of the best epic skins, but I think Zen Cultist is just like an iconic one. I don't think it's the best skin, but it is probably one of my favorite. The clone gimmick also sucks. Yeah, see, that's the goofy thing. The clone gimmick just makes him easier because he ends up doing all of the... I don't know if I just got lucky, but the 2 times I ended up getting to the clone... Or the 1 time I got the clone gimmick, so great boss, by the way. Go to phase 2 once and win. The one gimmick of the clone fight is that he simplifies all his combos. So he doesn't do his complicated attacks where you don't really know what he's doing next or where the hitbox or what the roll is. So it ends up just being an easier version of the boss fight. So he goes from doing literally almost hilariously... I timed it 21-second combos before you could counterattack unless you knew the correct roll placement. If you're trying to space or roll traditionally, you might literally not be able to counterattack or heal for anywhere from 15 to 20 seconds. And then if you do, you can trivialize it, or can think of it the sum. And then all of a sudden there's windows galore in second phase, which is just kind of goofy. So... And there's also like, there's difficulty. I have a love-hate relationship with input reading as well, because you learn the boss and then the boss sometimes decides that, oh, you're going to attack, so I'm not going to finish the combo now. And sometimes he does. So you're sitting there, finishes the combo, and you sit there and you look at him and you're like, all right, come on, you going to do anything? You going to do anything? And then, you know, or you're like, okay, he finishes the combo, immediately do something, and then he input reads you. That feels really bad. I don't really know how I feel about that. I understand the concept of like the enemy responding to what you're doing, which I think is kind of cool, but it does make it really, really awkward because it does feel like a lot of times you get lucky. Mesmer's fine. Yeah, I like Mesmer. Mesmer's good. Mesmer can be a little bit unintuitive with roll timing. That's probably my biggest criticism. But Mesmer is like, once you kind of settle down, he's not as hard as he looks. But and I don't think roll placement is as important as it is other ones. I've never played Terraria. Liza P is on the list. Spyro in real life combat and the complaint that Amy Knight reads his movement. Well, that's it exactly. Like, if I'm not allowed to attack 7 times in a row, but you are, then there should be a downtime after the 7 attacks in a row. I should be able to learn your moveset. You know? I don't stagger you when I hit you. You know, so then how come you're allowed to repeatedly stagger me? And then I have no idea when my window timings are. I was talking with Stefano about this, and he was like, oh, you're just dodging Ron Pontiff. If you dodge to this shoulder on this combo, he just completely whiffs and goes off in the opposite direction. I'm like, boy, that's intuitive, right? That's intuitive. And it basically trivializes the entire engagement. And I'm like, I just don't enjoy that, you know? Favorite area in Overwatch? Not really, no. Oh, favorite Elden Ring area. Oh, I kind of was kind of... I don't know. This is like a... I mean, I don't know. I really like the starting area. I really freaking love the starting area. I still remember walking out of that elevator for the first time and being like... It's just beautiful, man. It's beautiful. I don't know. It's like the best starting area in any game I've ever played. It's not even close. Demon of Hatred. I like Demon of Hatred. Definitely a bit of a struggle, but it was one where you were rewarded for being aggressive and staying on him. And the other thing about Demon of Hatred as well is that I felt that you were allowed to be consistently aggressive on Demon of Hatred. I understand that he's very difficult and he does introduce a lot more difficult to parry situations, but they're very, very clearly communicated. Like, there are a lot of moves he does, but they have very obvious tells. They don't look that similar. So like, you start to realize the game communicates to you, he's going to do this now, and then he's going to do this now, and you have plenty of time to whack away at him. To me, it's not even like about like, I like bosses where you're able to hit them more often with larger health pools, because it feels like I get to engage more often. It's more of a dance rather than I sit, take a quarter of your health bar, sit, take a quarter of your health bar. So I like Demon of Hatred. He felt more intuitive than some of the worst aspects of Elden Ring and DS3 so far. And you have so many opportunities to attack, and basically all of his moves are communicated pretty clearly. I think the only move that consistently struggled me is he has like a stiff arm move he does. He like punches you from his right side, I think, our left. That one always got me because that one was not communicated well. That one was just a pure reaction speed test, which my reaction speed's fine, but that is something that it's difficult to get better at that part. It doesn't do that much damage, though, so that's nice. But that's the only move I didn't like because it's not communicated. Yeah, he's very unique and very fun. I went in, let me see if I can actually find it. I have a, it wasn't an only parry run, but it was primarily parries. And it felt awesome. And I used the umbrella with parry return timing. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, let's do. Okay, we're totally off the goop here, guys, but bear with me. All right, here we go. So this is Demon Bell, Charmless. So non-perfect parries means you take damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Parry. 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 Or just circle, I guess, in that one. Grapple. Hit. Hit. Again, notice how many hits I'm getting here. Sidestep. Swing, 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 swing. I mean, compared to this to, like, freaking roll through that one. You can sprint directly at him and actually get a hit in before he does his things if you're fast enough. Stagger. I mean, look at how much damage I'm doing, man. Right? And this guy is freaking hard. This guy is as hard as almost every Elden Ring boss. Maybe arguably Consort Radahn's harder still. No, I screwed that one up even though it's communicated way in advance. So I think I quit this one. Where was my actual successful run here? So I was like, okay, that bad of a start. I'll just reset. I'll go ahead and skip later in. This just makes you feel cool too, right? Because you're constantly engaged on him, right? So you feel like this guy is a total animal, will beat the crud out of you, but you actually feel like such a superhero when you do it correctly. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like this little rat that's just like Spider-Maning all over him. You know what I'm saying? So it never compromises the enemy's threat, but it also allows you to actually feel like you're also like a superhero too, you know? Look at that. Like that's freaking sick, dude. That move is difficult. That move I would be frustrated with until I figured it out. So that one could be difficult. I failed to parry there. That's the one that always gets me. That's that little jab there. Circle that. You can also parry that. There's a stagger. Again, I'm just chipping away. I'm not doing near as much damage as I could be, but nice parry. Looks like me versus enemy Kiriko. Yeah, exactly. This is me playing like Lucio versus Roadhog. What's up, 40? How are you, mate? That's the one I always fail. That one is so hard to see coming. Me chipping away Roadhog's health pool. Which, see, I don't mind that. Oh, that was such a sick move there. Oh, dude, come on. Like, that's so satisfying, man. Bam! Bam! Again. Return favor. Roll that. Feels so good. So satisfying. This time I didn't space myself correctly, so I just run it. Genji Roadhog duel? Yeah, actually true. And then he starts to stagger here, so his posture bars. I parry that with the umbrella. Now you can umbrella this as well, I think. But I found this more satisfying. No, I've not played Monster Hunter. So this is far from perfect. There's people that do this way better, but you're still like felt with a big... I'm working through DS3 yet. So there's phase 2. I love phasing in boss fights. That's going to be an important part of my critique of DS1 and DS2 and 3, because I think phasing in boss fights is incredibly important for a sense of progression that allows you to learn boss's moveset without overwhelming you. And also to feel like you're actually progressing. You can tell I'm kind of trivializing the third phase here. I think I screw up the timing of the whistle here. Yeah, I screw it up. So I actually die for this, because I screwed up the timing just slightly. And he just kind of skips that. So I could have played that one even better. Block. Oh man, I didn't circle that one in time. I could have parried that. Oh, it feels so good, man. You hated double ape? Yeah. I really like double ape, but I think it's very fair. The thing with double ape is it's a little bit like the Demon of Hatred, where it's like, you need to understand that you can parry so much of this stuff, and until you do that, it can be difficult. But it's understandable that it's a little bit scary. I am reviewing my matches. It's just.
This is your match?
Yeah. This is the. Yeah, no. We said it's Genji versus Roadhog here.
Dude, oh, I hate this guy. He has like a spiky butt.
I don't know if it's a spiky butt or not.
Dude, think about it. Is this it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this guy. It's this
Yeah.
guy. The
Yeah.
classic idiot is laughing away at his spiky fucking sword.
Yeah. Dude, and then hang on, guys. I think I have the Ishin one as well. Sorry, we kind of went off on a side tangent here, but this is just peak. And the thing with Ishin as well is I think I also was like, dude, I want to use a fun combat art for him as well. Because there's like ways to beat him that are easier than others, but like it's way more fun to use like fun combat arts. Alright, let's see if we can do this here. Wait. It's a long fight. This is a 6-minute fight for me. You can definitely play it faster, but I mean, honestly, man, like, see, it was an imperfect parry there, so I took chip damage. Thank you, Jacob. That combat art right there is so much fun. It's not even that particularly OP. It just was. I wanted to make it work versus this guy to do that instead of the because you could use that instead of jumping there if you do it correctly. Right there. Yeah, it feels so good. Yeah, this is far from perfect. I don't like that attack. That one is irritating. That one is very difficult to time. That one is definitely not intuitive. High Monk, yeah. That's so freaking good. This is the one right there that I don't like. It takes a lot of experience to figure that one out. Which I mean, is that not sick? Ah, let's time that one. Mistime that parry. It would help, yeah. I realize that doesn't do any damage, so when you call it, he'll just knock you back so you can attack through it. And again, every phase becomes slightly more complicated, but it doesn't become actually harder. So as long as you're not overwhelmed and scared, look at, oh, I almost got it there. That's the difficult one. You like Ishin or Sigrun better? I like Ishin better. But Sigrun was also amazing for the same reasons that Ishin was, because she also has like a ridiculous number of moves that very few of them are unfair. It's just hard to remember, which I think is great. That's why I like Sigrun. Fumble the bag. It's a little hard to get the timing right with the longer weapons, as you can tell, because they're a little bit more delayed. It takes longer to get there. using, or exactly, not just learning the roll. Well, see, the problem with roll timing as well, as I said, is sometimes it's not a transferable skill exactly, because so many of the bosses have weird roll timings, or like they're unintuitive, as I said. Not all of them. There's definitely transferable skill, but there's less so than I would have liked. Perfect timing there. Why does he have a 0 block? Is it sick? Here we go, wait. Ah, I get it. I think I get it once. It's just too, it's like, oh man, what if it works? You know what I'm saying? The Curie count is also so satisfying. And the funny thing about this is you get super spooked, but this is as easy as face, because that just completely chunks it. It's really easy to do. But that's something the game taught you earlier. So it's like the game carries over all mechanics earlier on. I think I get it once. I might be wrong. Yeah, see? I got it. So you jump over the attack and you get counterattack. I wish the third phase was harder. Yeah, I mean, I understand that argument. I don't mind it being easier, because if the third phase was harder, this guy would just take forever for a lot of people, and he already does. But I understand, as somebody that is pretty good at this game, I agree with you, because it would feel better, but also at the same time, I understand why he wasn't. It's a little bit of aura farming. Underwater headless on the fleet. Oh gosh, yeah, that one is not fun. A lot of that's a very DS2 style boss of like just run away and hit them and then run away and then run hit them. Can I get it? Yes! Look at that, baby. Anyway, so we went off on a major tangent there. Yeah, Terra is super annoying. That game is far from flawless. I think also some of the runbacks are kind of cancer in the first half of the game. And I also don't think the game confirms so much how important parrying is, but it's still a really good game. So probably my top 3 games of all time. What's up? Again, like I said, my biggest praise for that game is like it does a better job onboarding its systems than I think some of the Dark Souls games do. And I think for that matter, I think it gets away with its difficulty because it allows you to progress that difficulty moving forward. It doesn't feel arbitrary or random or unintuitive. Yeah, exactly, Seal. So, okay, we can take a quick look here. So I wanted to do this because I wanted to talk a little bit about, I have the whole script for the Road to GM already typed up, or recorded, 3 steps ahead. But one of the things I wanted to do is talk about some of the things that I was doing good and some of the things that I was doing not so good in many of my games before these codes get wiped. And I want to focus on games. I want to focus on both one Zen game and probably one Ana game, and preferably one with a little bit of friction. So I think like the Esperanza game was like too easy. Antarctic Peninsula was too easy. Colosseo, I feel like I played really well. My team was really bad, so that we're not going to review that one. Gibraltar team was also really bad. I want to go with ones where there was like I felt like I had palpable impact on the outcome of the fight, and yet I didn't play perfectly. And so that's kind of what we're going to look at here. Drops, I don't know. I have no idea. The normal drops, I guess. I have no idea. So we'll take a quick look here. What do you guys want to start with? You guys want to start with Ana or Zen? We'll do one of each. I want to do Hollywood and I want to do Samoa because I don't think I played perfectly in either of those, but I think I did relatively well strategically. Ana, okay. We'll take the Ana and the Ana one next. But we'll do both. We will do both. So this was actually the rank up game. Obviously, we had cheater compensation and hit GM. So if you guys didn't see that, we're GM4 now thanks to cheater compensation. Apparently, I had a lot of games versus cheaters, and that's just I just found ways to win. Just too good. How do you recognize the difference when a fight starts and when the peak of the fight is happening? I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you. Tank trade is a key term. I mean, any sort of serious cooldowns are being committed. If you're looking for things like when to pulse bomb because of key cooldowns have been used, then I don't know. It's more of a philosophical question that doesn't really have an important answer. Reviewing my own gameplay. Yeah, the reason I wanted to choose this code is because, not just because it was the rank up game, but because it was also, I think, not a great matchup for me. It's mainly when to commit for backline, stop shooting tank as much. I mean, that decision is never made based off of the timing of the team fight. It's based off of availability, right? If you're asking for when is it better to, when I have resources to go for a greedy cheat on backline, it's more along the lines, when did you hear the cooldown being used? Don't look for an arbitrary time to use a commitment on for backline. Instead, allow that backline to make that decision for you. Just like how your team kind of helps dictate which angle you should be taking, the enemy backline dictates when you can cheat for engages or cheat for kills. Like, maybe the Ana just doesn't use a CD. Maybe the Kirikou just never uses Suzu. So she's operating at a disadvantage for the entirety of the fight, so you continue to take your neutral trade on whatever's available. If you hear those cooldowns being used, and that opens up higher risk engages, depending on the state of your resources, maybe that's probably the more likely to happen later in the fight, but you have no idea. And that's not your decision to make. That's their decision to make. Right? So if I'm like literally just using this footage here, right? If I'm here and this tracer is just peppering, like, I don't know, maybe there's like a staircase up to me, right? And this tracer's just peppering and trading with my soldier, and she hears sleep, nade, and you want to go for something crazy up here, that decision is not made by you. That decision is made by me. I make that decision, right? And so if you don't hear sleep or nade or Suzu or Bap Lamp or you know, Cass, Hender, or whatever else, then you continue to have to take an honest trade in your angle, you know? But the reality is that if I'm not using those CDs, I'm operating at a disadvantage where you're basically operating at full strength. So, but yeah, this is Ana. This is King of the Hill. How's the game volume for you guys? Is it okay? It should be relatively audible. It's not a great map for Ana. King of the Hill, lots of rotations, lots of movement needed. I think Samoa is one of the better King of the Hill maps for Ana because there are some sightlines. There's going to be some dive involved. One of the key things for me personally, and I'll talk more about my journey in the video when it comes up, but the biggest thing for me was confidence in my mechanics, even when it wasn't good, like letting myself make mistakes. But more importantly than probably anything else, finding the balance between taking angle versus not feeding. As in, I'm going to take a sightline, I'm going to take a position and play patiently on that sightline. I've talked about that many times. But the biggest thing here is like, I could be here, but this is too compressive an angle for Ana. And I would only do this if there's no other angle available. You know, I could take a position like this here, but again, it's too compressed of an angle for Ana. And so if I go here, there better be a darn good reason for me to do so. So this is an angle. This is obviously a bit of what I like to call an S-key angle, where I'm holding an angle behind my team really far, but I have a lot of vision on a lot of people. So even though I can't exactly hold the right angle, that probably would have been too close for me to contribute effectively. And if I had to do this, I would have to play very patiently. So that was the big thing, is like the balance between actively holding space as a support player and not sitting in the backline a million miles away, but also not getting my face blown off over and over and over again. Okay, Rhea, that might be better if you can find me an example. So right from here, I know that I cannot help control right space. And while I would love my EDR to kind of devote more resources into helping this here, I don't mind me holding here. I have good vision, I have good sightlines. And from here, what I do with my damage, what I do with my CDs is depending off of what I see. Now, I'm pretty sure I play this one pretty mechanically poorly, so we're just going to let that go. Like right there, like I needed to be way more patient with my nade and look for an opportunity that was a little bit easier, because it's too easy for them to counterplay it at that range. You could even swing left here a little bit to contribute on this side. But the reality is that if I'm controlling good space, a cooldown opportunity will present itself. Like even me contesting this Soldier Mercy, I can't do that for very long, but I can do it a little bit, right? That's annoying for him to deal with, right? Like I'm doing good damage, I'm doing good healing, this is all fine. I rotate forward as I see dive cooldowns being used, so I can actually deepen my angle cautiously. That nade desperately needed to hit. It's a good idea, but the nade needed to hit there. And the reason why I would need to rotate forward and use nade is because, again, I've heard cooldowns being used. I've heard dash. I've seen block, wall, hazards half. So there's no need for me necessarily to play as conservatively. I can deepen my angle because of what I've seen. That coincidentally is exactly, what's up, Milk? It's exactly what I was talking with Rhea about, but from the other side of the equation. I've seen the dive heroes use cooldowns, so therefore I can deepen my angle and take more of a risky, right? So for me here, this is a good rotation for me, especially if I actually hit a CD. So if I hit the CD now, the Genji can't punish me for using the CD because he's used his. So now that nade will lead to him either getting deflect forced or maybe even dying. So that just needed to hit. I need to be more decisive, more deliberate, and go from there. So a little healing, little healing. I'm trying to not stay scoped in because I do know that I'm still under threat of the Genji. Panic sleep dart, shouldn't have used that. But by panic, I don't necessarily mean the idea of the sleep was bad, because again, he's used his dash and his deflect there, so I can't be dove. So if I hit the sleep dart, I can kill him. But it's like, when I'm under pressure, one of the consequences of me being under pressure, if you guys notice my personal shortcomings, is delayed reactions. I'll see an opportunity, and like my brain has to process that it's okay to go for that, and then I'll go for it, but the opportunity's gone, and I'm sleep dart a wall. So this is not really a mechanical issue. It could be, but it's more likely the fact that I'm just under a lot of pressure right now, and I'm panicking, which means that everything just takes an extra 100 milliseconds that it just shouldn't. So it looks stupid. Like, my mechanics look awful there, but they're not actually that bad. My control isn't that bad. My mindset. I'm getting too panicky. So that's a large part of the reason why this fight is lost, is due to the initial angle not paying off because I just don't hit my CDs. That's good. That's holding my space. Now I know that they know that I'm here, so I gotta be really careful. What if the fight happens to the right side of point? Well, then I would do this exact same rotation and take my angle here. I can apply pressure from here. Or heal my team. Again, I know that if the Genji pressures me here, then I can hold my space, my team can follow up, I've got cover, I'm fine. As long as they don't press W and hold cover. Now, as we move forward here, I'm going to actually rotate further forward. Normally, I'd go rotate back to high ground, but we're up 1, we're up 2, the dive heroes specifically, so that I can progress my angle control this side of the map instead. This nade's good, and I'm popping up here. Oh, thank you. And you can even see it here. I'm pushing, I'm progressing my angle. I do not, like, one of the worst things you could do as an Ana Zenyatta is memorize positions and exclusively hold those positions. It would make no sense for me to hold this here, given where my team is holding. There's no threat on me. There's no threat at all, right? My team is progressing forward. I need to mirror that aggression with my angle, not by stacking behind my tank, but by moving laterally, conservatively, cover to cover. I mean, you guys have seen those movies, right? TV shows, Call of Duty games, right? You walk forward carefully, cautiously, cover to cover, side to side, right? Clear your lanes, right? It's just combat, right? Even here, right? Like, I would never, ever, ever go into this room without information. I've heard cooldowns. We're up 2. I have CDs, so I will be patient here. That was a little sloppy. I shouldn't have even used that there. But you notice that I'm like, maybe there's a window there. And if there's not, then I disengage. And this here is where this is why I'm really choosing this VOD here. Because as bad as it's looked mechanically, I don't really care. The big thing here is that my team is doing something kind of silly. Not really silly, just kind of silly. Because we are holding close angle here, which is just not something you really see, especially in higher ranks. Now, the reason I say kind of silly is that if we're running Junkrat, it kind of makes a little bit of sense. I don't know if this is like strategical. I think this is a little bit of just like happenstance. But yeah, we can hold, this feels a lot easier to hold as Junkrat. But the problem is it doesn't feel very good for me. Doesn't feel good for me. Because this is too compressed for me. The difference between this and first fight, though, is that I don't have the luxury of finding an angle that works. I either play this angle here with my Junkrat, or I stack on top of my EDRI, and you guys already know how I feel about that, right? This is just terrible, right? No cover, stacking with my other support instead of controlling space on the side. So, is Ana good in this position? The answer is no. Is there another option? The answer is also no. Now, what that means is how I approach this space is very careful. I listen, I pay attention, I understand that I'm under direct threat. I could be walled here, I could be spammed here, Genji could materialize and deflect in front and kill us, right? So I'm in a suboptimal position, but I'm playing as a optimal teammate, and that's crucial here. My EDRI walks forward, I mirror that aggression, I even nade off of that aggression because that EDRI is tanking, so nobody's looking at me, so I can use my cooldowns more aggressively, and now 2 heroes are dead, I can walk my space progressively forward. Again, mirroring my team's aggression, not by walking on top of them, but walking with them. You notice that I'm not even worrying about my soldier, right? He'll heal himself, he's behind a wall, I can't help him. I need to make sure I control my Junkrat and control my Doomfist. I'm like, group up with me, group up with me. I was like, oh, he's gonna ult, yeah. This is, I need to get out of here sooner. Get out. And then read, where's my Doomfist landing? Okay, go back to my angle. Again, mirroring that aggression as necessary, but still controlling my lane. Because, this is kind of unfortunate body block here. But because if my team is holding aggressive here, then I don't need to worry about Hazard, because Hazard's gonna have to go through the gauntlet. So like, look at this Hazard, right? Like, he's like, this Ana Junker way overextended, right? But he doesn't have block, and look what happens, right? He tries to skip steps. He goes for targets instead of positions. And so he explodes before he can even get to me. A little bit of healing, nothing over the top. That's my problem, so I worry about that problem. That's my problem, I go up that problem. And then now I'm thinking, okay, there's a lot of resources on right side. Maybe I have the time now to not play in this little room. Maybe I can actually make an angle here, or make an angle here. Maybe that's a bit, so at this point, I'm just experimenting. I'm improvising at this point in time. Like, okay, maybe this will work. Okay, soldier pushing me. Careful, because this feels better for me than where I was earlier. More space. I hear cooldowns being used. Let's go push back in my angle. Again, you can see that the pressure, the situation, that this is not look how bad the mechanics look. And the reason why I'm highlighting this is not just masochism here, but because I want to remind you guys that when you are stressed and trying to multitask, this is going to happen. You're going to have that delayed reaction, right? The nade hits though. Oh, I thought the nade would hit. Was that a poorly placed nade as well? Let's see. Yeah. They're pretty easy to back up. So now I'm like, oh shoot. I can be pushed here. Okay, they're not pushing me. Rotate back. Hazard's also dead, so now I can just use my weapon. Again, controlling my lane, controlling my angle. Nothing fancy here. Defensive nade, it's fine. Super unfortunate nano, and honestly not well done by me. It is in the Doomfist's best interest here to disengage off of this. So this is just a bad nano. It's not a bad nano from like a bronze, gold, silver, plat perspective. He's forward. It's fine. The problem is that at a higher level perspective, I should understand the way that my team is going to respond to this, and then probably nano my soldier or nano my Doomfist later. But my Doomfist is just a freak and somehow hits the punch anyway. I mean, look at this. So I got lucky there. I got bailed up on my Doomfist mechanics. Deepen my angle based off of what I hear and what I see. Back up based off of what I hear and what I see. And notice I'm kind of by myself. Why? I probably should have just traded backlines here, to be honest with you guys. I think this was a mistake. I should have sold my EDRA. It's also really unfortunate that we don't get the Riptire. I think the reason why is because I heard Riptire. So I was like, oh, so he will be 1 HP. And then maybe I can actually kill him off the follow-up, because I think he'll be 1 HP off the Riptire. But I don't know what happens to my... Not the best play for my Junkrat there, but I probably should have gone for backline trade there regardless. What's your mindset in pushing with your team if they are very mobile? Isn't there a risk of them quietly disengaging? Yeah, of course. So I'm on a leash. You notice this? Like my Doomfist is there, I'm here. I mirror his movements, but I'm not mirroring his movements toe to toe. I might be lagging 10 to 15 meters behind, but I'm lagging 10 to 15 meters behind laterally so that I can still maintain sightlines behind them. Imagine me trying to follow my Doomfist from this position here. This is why angles matter, okay? Because it's impossible for me to match my team's aggression when I'm here and the Doomfist is here. But even if I'm still just as far away, but I move sideways, then all of a sudden it's significantly easier for him to match his aggression by holding lateral space. It's the way the maps work. When you hold sideways, you can see further down when your tank presses W a lot of the times, because he's going to walk behind cover. So this is what the problem with a lot of support players, like, oh, I can't see my team, right? Like, oh, I can't see my team, right? Well, that's because you're playing stacked with the entirety of your team on main. So anytime that, like, look right now, if my Doomfist presses W right now, because I'm not on an angle right now, I can't follow up with him. So if I want to press W with my Doomfist, I press W this way, right? So that as he presses W, I can more easily maintain space with him, you know? So I'm coming back from spawn, so it's not that big of a deal. So I make a decision here. Do I go top left for more latent value, something that will invest for the future, or do I immediately swing right? And I think this is where I make the wrong decision. I think I get too aggressive because I see my team going like, oh, I need to go. And unless I make a really big mechanical play here, this is just simply too compressed. So I match my Doom's aggression. I go for a blind nade. Nothing's there. I thought it was the Ana. I hit a couple of shots, but I'm not doing enough here, and then I lose the 1v1 to compress space. If I had taken the time here instead to rotate to the optimal angle, because I did have the time. 3, 2, 1... Then we're cooking. Then I can help my soldier first off, so it's not a solo angle. That's even better. So it's not only a better angle for me, it's also an angle with somebody else, which is optimal support, but it's also, I'm able to just to provide a lot more pressure here. I have better vision for my CDs. This is the wrong angle. If I was playing Lucio, I'd probably be holding space like this, but this is the wrong angle for Ana, and I'm also by myself. And then I also just didn't do anything mechanical, so. Maybe better to hold nade. Could be. Yeah, could be. Part of my urgency there was that I felt like I wasn't doing anything, so you're definitely right. Again, I'm mirroring. Now I'm like, okay, now I'm going to fix it. Now I'm going to go top left. Again, my Junkrat's here, so this is perfect. So what can I do from this angle? Well, it's nothing flashy, but it adds up. And then now I can just play Kovacs and miss most of my shots. But you know what? It's good. Ooh. Matching my Doomfist aggression, but still holding laterally. You know, so again, still holding laterally, right? Like, I'm not going to allow this Hazard to threaten both me and he doesn't even know I'm here, right? He can't focus on both of us. So the easiest punish in the universe. And that just helps my team create space. The nade off of the Doomfist and helping my Junkrat clear top left. Like, there's nothing flashy or fancy here, right? There just isn't. Like, sometimes that's necessary, but a lot of times it's not. All right, we lose this round. And I think this is one I definitely could have played better. All right, take a look at the situation here. Now, some of you guys already know, but take a look at the situation here and tell me where I should rotate here. What do you think? What do you think? Think about the map. Think about where my team is going. Right? So there's options for both right and left here, but I have guarantee of a teammate going left, which makes it more attractive. And then I also think about the way that the map is structured, and I'm like, this feels like a lot better sightline-wise. Now, I could still be threatened by this angle here. I don't want to go main, because it looks like my EDI is already going main. If she went up the top soldier here, then maybe main would be an angle, and then I could play here and heal bot my Doomfist. But, yeah, I want to go left. Even if my soldier's not left, maybe I still go there, because that position's too OP. It's that balance between, do I go by myself? And right now, our map control is great, right? Our map control is great. It's kind of unfortunate my EDRE deepened, but even here, like, you can still see it. Like, we still have amazing space control right now. And I can also help my Junkrat. I can't help my Doomfist. Don't need to help my Doomfist. If I remember correctly, a lot of these fights are just mostly mechanical, but I think I'm pretty pleased with how I set up. Again, there's nothing to see here. This is a bad nade. Don't blind nade, guys. Like, they're going to have to do something. This is stupid. This is me trying to time a nade with the Orista's Peak, but in fact, she just flips. So, just impatience. But even despite that, it feels very difficult. I need to be aware of the soldier, or this, the Genji. It's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Would have been fine to defensively nade there if I could have. Headshot perk. So yeah, just bad cooldown usage at the start there. Bad pressure, but I'm still holding space. And then I'm just going to go ahead and disengage. Again, nothing fancy here. That was a bad sleep. That was unfortunate timing, but nade or sleep there would have been nice if I'd hit it. Or the sleep, excuse me. Junkrat's following me top. That's where my mouse hit a hair. Apologies. Not my problem, not my angle, not my problem. Follow my Junkrat. 4v5, but he's going, so I'm going to go too. Peek, 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 peek. I'm listening for Genji right now. Nade's fine. Just to cause a bit of space, a bit of panic. Now I can just heal and be patient. I know that with my Junkrat there, that the Genji's unlikely to push me. Now I have time to build back my HP. 2v1, Nade's coming back out, so I can swing in my angle a little bit more aggressively. Soldier's actually also with me as well. A lot of heal botting, right? A lot of heal botting. But that's fine. We're controlling that angle. We're not giving it up. I swing wide in the Genji. I catch him. He doesn't even know that I'm there. Unfortunate sleep attempt. This is bad. So this should have been briefly peek for nade, don't sleep, or actually hit the sleep, one or the other. I think the sleep attempt was actually maybe in hindsight kind of okay, because if I do hit the sleep, I don't think she... Okay, she is fortified. I freaking hate the visuals here. I could not tell that she was fortified. But yeah, if I can hit the sleep, then I hit the nade, then I think we win this fight. But yeah. But we're still holding space, right? So like, despite being down a few... Holding the angle patiently, healing and damaging as given opportunity. Again, it's just crazy how much impact that you can have without really doing anything spectacular. This is kind of like the anticlimactic highlight here. It's like, this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? It's just doing the little things, you know? How many times have you had a support that just double stacked here and did jack all? Nobody helps their DPS controllers. Like, we won because my soldier Junkrat never had to leave. Arm is race and fortify. Good point, yeah. I'm trying to match my team's aggression. And I'm hiding because I know my angle is very aggressive here. So I'm going to catch with the nano and then push for something more aggressive. Waiting. Nano visor, push the flank. I have the speed boost as well. I missed the... Oh, this is so unfortunate. But we get the kill. This was honestly fine. I'm wondering if maybe the nano... Honestly, the nano's fine. Nano is fine. He unironically probably needed to drop there to push. So this is actually pretty good for me, all things considered. It's a little unfortunate we didn't get the hit the nade on the Ana, but we still have space control. This is an okay fight. And I'm rotating to match my team's aggression. There's double flash heal. I almost got the Genji there. It's okay, rotation. A little bit higher risk, higher reward, but we had the ultimates to make it work. It just didn't quite pop off. We still win it, though. Okay, take the time to rotate. And the angle here is fine. That's an early nade. We really did not need to go for that. Let them come in first, and as you can see, I miss it as well. Genji's on me, and I'm like, oh shoot, I don't have nade. Crosshair placement's really good. That puts us off on a slight advantage, and I think I kind of panicked this fight. Oh yeah. So one of two things need to happen here. A, I don't drop and play patiently, or B, I drop and actually hit the nade here. Because they're one, and like, oh man, oh no. Because we could have easily lived this. Mercy's dead, Genji's gonna die, Ana's gonna die, and then the Mercy's dead as well. Very, very winnable fight. I just choked it mechanically there. Probably could have played more patiently there and won it. Like I said, that probably would have been the better play because it's still at the sideline there. All right, last round here. Answer to C, drop and feed, exactly. Control the right angle. Look at my team. This is not only an angle that allows me to heal my team pretty effectively, but it's split from my other support, and it's good for Ana. It checks all 3 boxes. I'm not by myself. I have a good vision. Early headshot damage on Orisa feels really good. I see there's nobody going to be pressing right now, so I go for a deeper nade. Probably didn't need to do this. Probably could have waited, just naded the Orisa. That would have been more consistent. Or wait for the Cassie to walk forward. But yeah, we're still fine. This was like a GM3 range, GM2 match. I'm pretty sure I was one of the lowest rated players in the lobby. Okay. Team is pressing. I'm pressing too. I don't like this angle, but I'm going to help. I'm going to help. Ooh, don't die, don't die, don't die. It's my job. Res happens, so now I gotta be really careful. Where's that Genji? Where's that Genji? Where's that Genji? Okay, team is walking, so I can help them hold that space. EDR's got left angle, I've got right angle. Go for the quick nade. Like, thinking about it. Nope, 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 no, 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 no. I don't see it, so I don't use it. Don't need to force it. Little healing. She's good. Again, I'm going to be pressed, so now I'm holding with my Junkrat. Junkrat abandons me, which is fine, so I need to be a little bit more patient here. I'm like, okay, is anybody here? Look at that. I immediately, I stop looking at the Orisa. It's like, okay, somebody's pushing me. Somebody's pushing me. I just don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Right? That's the big thing. You see it? No surprises, no surprises. Ooh, 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 right? And that puts him, look at him, look at it puts, he has to go for that angle, right? Now, I could have also outplayed him here, too. But nope. Bait and switch, and then the Junkrat gets the pocket out. Not worrying about the Genji, not worrying about the Orisa. My job is to just not let us lose that angle. I mistimed that one. Needed to wait another second or two. So you can see there's some goofiness here for sure. Help my team. Need to be careful about pressing W here. Nade was okay there, I guess. I don't know if that forced Fortify or not, but we can pretend it did. She says fall back, but my team isn't falling back, so I'm not going to. I'm going to hold them that space. Again, it's just too close for Ana, realistically, but I don't have a choice, given where we're holding. That was a mistake. I knew he was there, and I didn't play it well. And now I'm thinking, okay, last fight here. The only way that we lose this is if somebody gets unnecessarily traded. We're going to win this fight. So I go, you know what? Get him. Guaranteed wins that 1v1. And then also, I have the speed boost to keep providing value elsewhere. Don't get surprised, and that's just GG's right there. It's like the definition of like the most generic blasé Ana game that you've ever seen, with the only thing that I did relatively well is good job controlling active space. No surprises on any of my angles, and very, 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 very few free deaths given away to the enemy team. Not being passive, not feeding, controlling active and space, and then letting my kit do its job as the best I possibly can. This was one of my weaker games with Ana, cooldown-wise mechanically. We had games at Colosseo where I thought I played way, way better mechanically, but the reason I chose this was because that very definition is like not doing that good of a job mechanically and just contributing. Just contributing. So let's do the same thing with Zenyatta, because I think this game is actually very similar with Zenyatta. Again, nothing special mechanically by any means. One of my weaker games mechanically, but playing on a difficult map. Not the most impossible map, sure, but Widow, Tracer, Doomfist matchup. I think it was actually the same Doomfist from the last match. So the Doomfist that was completely crushing the enemy team here, now I'm playing versus him. And so you get to see Zenyatta work versus a flanker, a sniper, and a dive tank. All right, Same thing with Zen. It's the exact same thing. The only difference really is that you're a little bit more fragile up close because you don't have cooldowns to defend yourself, but also you don't necessarily have cooldowns to manage. So it's a little bit simpler that the mechanics only necessarily need to be from your primary fire. Rotating is still important, paying attention to your teammate's positioning and trying to take angles appropriately. And yeah, we'll go from there. So any questions so far? This will be the last one. This one's relatively short as well. So this is a funny little moment here. Okay, so I have had mixed success with holding this angle here because a lot of heroes will just kind of push this angle and crush me and nothing my team can really do. It's a decent angle, but it's an angle that has always felt relatively bad versus anything with speed. So the intent here is this to rotate actually back out this way. Now, I still think this angle would have been better than probably what I did, but the reason here why I moved left is I heard Widowmaker. And so as soon as I hear Widowmaker, I say, well, I can contest the shorter sight line on left side. And it's going to be expensive because Widow's not going to be able to punish me like she could be holding back here. In theory, if the Doomfist Tracer dive me, I can get pocket and support from my team. This is still a relatively close angle, but I can fight for space here. And as long as I hit my shots like I am now, that makes it actually kind of scary for the Doomfist to want to push me. I'm even pocketing my my support, or my Tracer, to help fight for that space. So playing patiently, mirroring my team's aggression. I hear Doomfist cooldowns. I see my Doomfist go in. I mirror that aggression. I don't go in, but a peek, which is going in. And again, we're not going to talk about mechanics or my trigger discipline. It's a total mess. Just let it play. No surprises. I always know where the enemy teammates are. Always. Okay, there's Widow. There's all sorts of little funny things you could do from that little angle there. I like this angle a lot. There she is. There's the, there she is. Again, matching my team's aggression. Look at my Tracer Doomfist. Feels way too aggressive, no? Doesn't matter. That's where I'm going to play. I'm going to play the most careful version of that angle as I possibly can. Love you. Drive safe. Team backs off, I back off. Team presses forward, I press forward. Doomfist comes after me. Doomfist is already missing all of his HP. Now, this is the danger zone. So I know that I'm under threat here. So I'm going to be like, okay, sure. I respect you. I hear cooldowns being forced. I deal with that threat. You see, it's not so easy to kill me in here. It's not so easy. I actually flip here to provide a little bit of an element of surprise because we're down one. But to be honest with you, I don't think I necessarily needed to do that. I could have played that more patiently. But yeah, they build first ult. My EDR gets picked off early on. I think we played that one relatively okay, minus just hitting more shots. All right, this is the moment of truth. Double dive, Widowmaker. Looking at my EDR, what angle can I take safely? This angle, I get sniped by Widowmaker. This angle, I'm too far isolated and too stacked with my EDR, arguably. This is too close. Can I hold space with my kit patiently? Where's Widow? Where's Tracer? Where's Widow? Where's Tracer? Okay, now I back off my angle. Notice I'm still holding an angle, but I'm backing off on that angle, right? There's Widow. Bullet trail gives me information. I see my Venture moving forward, Tracer moving forward, Venture trades. I will follow that. Widow's looking at me. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Again, mirroring that aggression. Crazy shot from that Widow. I gotta see this. I start to mirror to back off. Again, my team is dead, so I back off as well. I could have backed off sooner here, but do you see how ugly and expensive this is? And I'm gonna trance this. Look at how unbelievably awkward this was here. Now, I could have backed off a little sooner, but you notice that who's overextended here? Is it me or my team? It's the enemy team now. See, in relation to where my team was, this is too deep, man. This is way too inconvenient, way too uncomfortable. Everyone else is just being chilling. So now this is how I like to use trance. It's like, okay, now you're gonna reach all the way to me. Okay, fine. I'm gonna chunk you to half HP. Then I'm gonna discord you, and then I'm gonna transcendence. And at this point in time, you can actually see me. You can't see me, but I'm looking at the bottom left. I'm like, wait, bam. So honestly, I should have done it before I got punched there. That was a little lucky. But yeah, they're fricked. It's over. And notice I don't even run. If we get that pick, there's no need for me to run. No need for me to run. She was one, you know? That Tracer did not have any, because she also reached for it. She cheated. That Spilo Greed? Yeah. Again, mirroring my team's aggression, shooting what I can shoot, controlling space when and where I can. It's, again, the definition of holding a relatively decent angle and then playing very patiently. I'm going to wait. Okay, I see we're up 2. Slowly pressing forward to help. Hit missing every single one of my shots. But thank goodness for Discord. God bless. Listening for Doomfist ult, I hear him land, and then we press forward. Again, mirroring my team's aggression. And then my Sombra dies, and I go, oh shoot, I'm dead. That was too greedy, that was too greedy. I probably should have been punished for that. And I know I'm gonna be chased. I'm like, run, 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 hit your shots, run, run, run. Oh, there's Tracer. Oh no, oh no. Okay, back to the space, back to the space. I think it was itching my nose there or something. We're holding space. Venture's not dead. Venture's dead. I need to back off. Ashe pokes me out. Backing off. I go to I'm still holding my angle. Still holding my map control. Just backing up progressively back, and further. Too much LB key? Yeah. And so the Discord matters, right? What happens to the Tracer? Tracer's got it, right? Tracer gets discorded. Tracer, the team gets harmonied. That's it. I didn't even think the army there at the same time. But yeah, Discord. They're up so many, and they just keep getting traded because they never actually cleared me out. And every time they tried, I managed my space really well. Like right now, this Doomfist wants me. He's like, we gotta kill this freaking Zen, man. This guy's obnoxious, but I'm super annoying to deal with. I mirror my team's aggression forward. And I'm thinking about going high ground here instead of left because we have the time and space to do so. And I'm close to trance. This was maybe not 100% necessary. Yeah, I needed to drop here immediately. I did drop too slow. I dropped too slow. But yeah, I honestly don't even know if I necessarily needed to rotate high ground, but that's okay. What's up, Ronnie? Hello, Cardinal. How are you? Okay, I've got trance. So what angle can I get away with clearing because I have trance? What space can I help control for my team? I'm leaning left. I lean further left. And this is an important moment. We're up 1 here, and I'm like, dude, the only way that we lose is if somebody dies. So I'm going to get my Discord out. I'm going to get my trance out, and I'm just going to sit on cart. And I'm not going to end on cart. I'm going to end in a corner, right? I need information. I'm not going to let myself get picked off on point. So. I don't know what she's planning there. Even if I die there, it's not that big of a deal. Okay. They're not a Widow anymore. So this angle is no longer hostile for me, right? So there's nothing that can punish me for being here. So I can actually be the sniper in this matchup. Ashe is not great versus Zen at extreme ranges. Even the chip damage I can shrug off with a little bit of harmony, or a little bit of cover with my shield. So I can harmony my team, I can orb. So I've got an even better angle here. And I'm still doing decent damage here. I can still get Discord value. I'm still hitting shots, doing more damage than she is. Now, as she walks forward, mechanics need to be better. So as I walk forward, I'm getting compressed. I'm like, you know what? My Kiriko's on top of me. Let's rotate away from my Kiriko and use my float perk. This is what makes the float perk really strong. Normally, I would have pressed forward there, I think. But as soon as I see Venture dead, I'm like, okay, I don't necessarily know if I want to walk forward. But then I see my Doomfist landing forward. And I'm like, okay, let's match that energy. Let's rotate forward. I probably should have ended. Honestly, maybe I should just stay and then rotate. I need to be on the door frame. I need to be actually in the door frame here. But not the end of the world. At the very least, this will be an expensive death. Quiet. He sees me. So I could have played that one better. But you can see it. Even this is... And some of you guys are like, well, how come your teammates are helping you? My teammates never help me. I'm not relying off of my teammates helping me. If I had died here because Venture went the other way, then Venture would have gotten value. If I can waste time while still getting Harmony Discord value and make the Doomfist come all the way out and chunk his HP to 1, it's worth it. I'm not reliant off of that happening. So even if I don't get the peel here, it doesn't matter. It's an expensive death. Am I OWCS coach? No, I'm retired. I used to coach Overwatch League and Contenders though, which is the equivalent of WCS. But no, not anymore. And then this is just, I can control point. I have still controlling space. We're up 2, and that's basically it. Okay. Plat coach extraordinaire. Frick you, Jacob. I think I played this one really badly. This is just sloppy. I get distracted and just feed. What do the kids say? Like a chud. I chudded out here. Just sloppy. No, it won't change in replay. Okay. Reset, clear high ground. I can contest Ashe at this range. She starts to chunk me, so I'm like, all right, well, I'll take a break here. that Discord's too early. One little detail I will say is that I got better at, but still something to work on, is that like Discord timing for characters that are near cover that are just going to disengage you. So just be aware of that. Like, for example, it probably would have been better to have Discord now in case the Doomfist commits, because like now he's actually doing something, like right there. So now I actually have it, and that Discord will help force him out. So Discord forcing people out is fine, but yeah. Take my angle right side, miss your shots, Harmony my Venture, combo matters. There's your Discord value. My team did a great job taking the space here, and I'm just being very patient. Listening. I don't have sightlines, so I open my angle. I don't necessarily press W. I think of my Tracer. Come on. Oh, do your feared punch. Don't do that, ladies and gentlemen. Still controlling space. Now, I could play main here because I've got teammates on left, so this is an angle, right? If my teammates were main, I probably would have rotated to top and played my angle more patiently here. Bob is being used. I'm like, okay, do we want to kill that? Maybe not. Probably better that we just don't right now. But we do, which is good, I guess, because we have nothing else to shoot. Discord value, Harmony value. Again, it's just so difficult to push there. So far away, so awkwardly placed. And then, yeah. Unfortunate. Why do you think you were less rusty in Zen than Ana, just simpler kid? I have Zen is a simpler kid, so it's hard. My habits with him are easier to address because there are fewer things to think about. Where's Doom? He lands on me. Do I need a trance? Guess not. I could have played that one a little better, I'm not gonna lie. The Ashe was the scary one from that slow. I think she just missed her shots. Team is already on main. I'm gonna push right. I get my Harmony Orb value, but I go by myself. We're up a few, or we have a couple kills, so I just need to be very patient here. Look how patient. Where are they gonna push me? They're gonna push me. Peek from the right side now. Rather than deepening my angle, because that angle would have put me at, like, at a bad range. Careful. Poke her out, and then walk as I poked her out. Venture gets picked off. It's fine. I don't know why it's super jittery right now. It might just be the replay. Getting dynamite here was bad. That was bad. Needed to not do that. And then now I'm just like, well, I might as well just die because we lost. But patience. This is a difficult point to attack. So yeah. What's the habit of charging a shot then canceling it with kick? Just, it has a faster recovering animation. Don't read too much about my mechanical habits. I'm not necessarily going to vouch for those. Taking the right side, helping my team push, but I can't walk up there just yet. Even though I have trance, I want to be more patient. Then my teammates all take right, including my support. So then now I'm going to swing left. So that's just going to provide vision on a different angle here. And so I'm actually going to be the one pushing card. And you can see it here. I'm like, okay, helping. The Zen screws up his rotation. Like that right there, that's the difference between me and the enemies in this game. That guy's probably a better player than I am in general. But this particular game, this Zen was slow, late, wasn't paying attention, stacked with the supports, and gets his Transforce as a result. So for me, I'm the one spacing, and I'm like, okay, where's this Tracer? Where's Tracer? Okay, Tracer goes for Kiri. Whoops. She dies, doesn't matter. I still have my trance. No surprises. Where's that flanker? And then I walk my aggression forward as we go from there. And then this is a fun one to end on. I know they don't have trance, and I do. And I know that they're going to be an urgency to touch point, and we don't have to, so we cook. You have trance? Get out of jail free card? I look at my Doomfist's aggression. I'm like, hey, let's do this. Harmony up. Discord up. Doomfist is in. Pick him off. They don't even know where I am. And it don't matter because it don't matter. It don't matter because it don't matter. And that was it. Yeah. Rotate around your teammates. Basically, it's like you position around your teammates. Find the best angle that your character can play due to your effective range, and then pay very close attention to that's like the formula there. It's like look at your teammates, choose your angle in relation to like the way that your teammates are playing, and your effective range. Step 2, right? And then once you're on that angle, use your kit effectively in regards to who the enemy. So like you take space, depending on your teammates, and then how you behave on that space is dictated by the enemy. Whether it's aggressively because they're not even looking at you, or very carefully because there's a lot of people looking at you, you're controlling their space and whatever. That's kind of the mindset. So, yeah, that was that. Okay, and again, I think like the key thing there is it's just like wasn't very good mechanically. wasn't very good mechanic. Just kind of was something, I guess, and that's all that was needed. You know, most of my games where we won or did well during was trying to develop that skill more and not force things. You know, so okay, let's do a giveaway. Exclamation mark viewer. You do not have to be a sub. I will only be looking at a couple of team fights. Just in the interest of expediency, so I'd encourage you guys to choose games where you have questions or fights where you have questions. And I will give you guys a key code. Don't exclamation mark viewer for sorry, that's not the command. I just for the information. The command to enter I will tell you guys in a second. Give me just a moment. You don't need to subscribe. You don't need to spam the word. The word is coach. 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 Just coach, type coach, and have a replay code available, preferably with a section that you'd like to look at. If not, I'll just look at the first 2 or 3 fights. Any hero, any rank. Just make sure that you tell me your rank, because that will dictate kind of what how nitpicky I will be. Also, YouTube, let me know if none of you guys have Twitch accounts, because I will try. If some of you guys don't have Twitch accounts, then what I will try to do is I will try to save 1 or 2 slots for y'all at the end, and I'll let one of you two. I'll do like a coin flip for whoever's got a code in YouTube. But we'll leave it up for a few more seconds. Like I said, you don't need to say it more than once. Once you've said it, you're in. On any hero, any rank, any role. Oh, goodness. Yeah, quick play ones are fine. Like I said, as long as I know what your rank is normally on that hero, it can be a quick play code. I don't really care. And we'll start with 1 at a time, and then we'll refresh and go again. So if you didn't get it, we'll do it a few more. So, okay. Choose a winner. 3, 2, 1. People are still typing. I'll give it an extra second. Freaking couch. Encroach. Bart, drop your replay code, mate, and give me tell me what we're looking at here. We'll do a few of these today. I'd like to do these more often. This is something I've been wanting to do way more frequently. Take your time, Bart. You're good. Yes, you'll need to re-enter for next round. Yeah. Apologies. Well, we'll do a few of these. Codes reset. I don't think codes reset today. No, codes reset last week. Yes, last week. At what point do meta heroes really matter? I made a GM playing only Ana, but as advice I should learn Kiriko. I would say GM is a good, like, it gradually becomes more important, for sure. But I think for Ana, it's less about, like, the meta and more about the map meta, I guess. Because, like, Ana is still, like, freaking good on a lot of maps, all the way up to champion. Like, she's solid. She's not a bad pick at all. You're just going to have a hard time on certain maps, right? Hi, my name is Bart, and this is my replay code. Oh, okay, hey, boy. Can you check this tier list in my hero pool with me? Tell me what you think. Tier list, sure. Betting code now, sorry, that's okay. Betting code. Betting code. John. We need like a, okay, there we go. I was going to say we need like a cricket sound effect. Do I lobe Tabor? Yes, Tabor is one of my favorite lobes. I have several favorite lobes, but Tabor is definitely up there.
Ready for
Any particular section we're looking at here, Bart? And also, I assume, okay, never mind. What rank is this, Bart?
Ready for battle. 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Let me know your rank and if there's a particular section you want to look at. Otherwise, we're just going to kind of cruise. Masters 3 or so? Okay. Is there a particular section you want me to look at? Yeah. I think the biggest thing I would say here is more decisiveness with where you want to angle here. Like, you're not controlling any space right now. You don't have a single sightline. You're just kind of stuck in the middle. The big thing here is that, like, you could just rotate with your team and then put pressure here and then honestly just kind of chuck yourself right here and just hammer away. Or you could have swung here with your Tracer. And just peek this a little bit here. Basically, my feedback here, Bart, is that, like, you didn't really make a decision here. You just didn't really make a decision with where you wanted to angle or where you wanted to control. So you let the Tracer stage for free on you from this. This is too close, mate. Like, we needed to put more pressure on her earlier, or ignore her entirely and just ram it down on the high ground and then force her to kind of come after you here. The problem here is that you're not really committing to a side right now and playing it even carefully. Like, you can commit to the side here and be cautious, or you can commit to this side and be cautious. Heck, you could even rotate here and be cautious. But you didn't really make a decision. You didn't really make a decision. So unfortunately, we don't do anything whether dealing with a Tracer or not. And then in terms of the duel itself, I think I would have preferred you to be a little bit more eyes open on the duel, and then obviously commit to the angle. Like, we needed to not run away. Like, you're too scared. Commit to it. You're gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to look at the Mizuki, or do you want to look at the Lucio? Your choice. We're only gonna look at a couple of fights here, so. You bear make in-depth math analysis. Mizuki? Okay. But yeah, Zen's tough there. I mean, that's probably Zen's best point on Antarctica, but yeah. Okay, let's take a look here. Make a decision. Make a decision, mate. Make a decision. Make a decision. Yeah. Too late. Make a decision, right? You were already here. This is not your problem. It's too far, right? You're here. Commit to the value. If your Doomfist dies, he dies, right? So much of support gameplay is not being indecisive with who you're going to help, because now you've helped nobody. And even the cooldowns are coming out panicky. Commit. Sure. Leave your Tracer. Go. Okay. Commit. I would take a second here to kind of commit to be aware of what's on your left side here, because this is your angle now. I don't know why we shifted that. We did nothing with the movement speed whatsoever. It was honestly like, okay, so here's the thing. If you're shifting here in anticipation of being pushed on the left side, right, then you need to actually look at the left side. Right? Again, it's your overall positioning here is like okay-ish, I guess, but you need to be aware of what's on your flank. Right? So much of support is, if you're gonna be ignorant, or if you're not gonna look at something, you need to at least be aware of it, right? That doesn't work. Trust me, I've tried. So there's a lot of here of just buttons being pressed because you're new to the character, but that will get better with time. Yes. Trust yourself. No. If you see your team committing left, especially with the support already trailing behind, stay right here. Or even deepen your angle here. You are not, remember, supports heal on angles, but if teammates all group to one side, you are the angle, so therefore you don't heal. Do you understand? Like, this is, you are sacrificing your first-person shooter your principles to do the healer principle. This is a mistake. This is where you need to DPS only, and maybe throw your hat across the map. You need to be shooting this Reinhardt. You need to be rooting this Reinhardt. You need to be healing this Tracer and Torbjorn. Right now, you're chasing value instead of committing and trusting your decision. If you're pre-fight and there's nobody over here, it's just your Doomfist, and you want to commit to the side and stay, but you are bouncing back and forth, just like you were with Zen, without any decision about where to play. Stay, but also this is more of a priority than this because that's the one that's actively contesting you right now. You see it? There's no cover here if you don't look at that Sojourn. You see it? You have to look at her. Good? Good. No. Stay. Commit. No. Stay. So much time is being wasted here bouncing back and forth from point A to point B. Commit. Move. Deepen or shallow, depending on how you move. But stop chasing problems, right? Look at the space that we're controlling right now. It's terrible, right? You're dancing too much. And the reason why you're dancing is indecision and fear. I almost did a really bad Yoda impression, and I am just so glad that the inner voices said, don't do that, Spylo. You will make a fool of yourself more so than you already are. Where should you be? Tips for life balance with Overwatch, like having 1 to 2 week break with someone to stay on top of my game when I come back to the game. Just basic training habits. A little bit of warm up, a couple of games. Don't panic if you feel washed. Most people hard crash from taking breaks off because they expect themselves to play perfectly and they get frustrated when they don't. Yep, right, exactly. Your team's here. Tracer's by herself. If Tracer wasn't here, I'd still want you to go right by yourself, but just be a DPS duelist, right? But yeah, it's even better. Go. Nope. We're stacked. Eat a fire strike not even intended for us, and then we have to shift to the angle after we were already there. Look what happens from your Tracer's perspective, right? If she has heal pocket, then this Tracer's fricked. It just becomes Mizuki Tracer versus Kiriko Tracer. And to be honest, guys, I might actually prefer the Mizuki Tracer. Seriously, I think Mizuki has more consistent healing on this angle and is less likely to get his important cooldown forced. I just don't even think you're way harder to clear, I think. But now we've lost that space. So now you go chase the space after it's already left. And then now you're getting cramped because it's a 2v1 and now we're surrounded. Just chain Tracer. We'll just shoot Tracer forehead. Like that's not, I mean, I get you're kind of joking there, but yeah. My point being is that like you don't need to be a mechanical freak to win that 2v2 or to sustain that 2v2. And now we kind of need to go back. Not this way. Not this way. Not in the middle. Not in the middle. Decisiveness. That's the big thing. Decisive controlling of space with a teammate whenever it's possible. Don't chase problems. If you go with Tracer, your Doomfist is crit, stay with your Tracer. Win the duel. Make your Doomfist die with honor. Don't jump around from point to point to point to point trying to deal with problems, trying to deal with your problems and deepen or shallow depending on how many resources go your way. No, I'm messing with you, Samatic. I do agree in many ways that 2v2 feels oftentimes better. If your Kiriko doesn't get if your Tracer doesn't get headshot by the Kiriko like instantly, I feel like Mizuki probably has like better sustain. It's easier to sustain too because you don't have to. You can heal and then just kind of shoot, heal, shoot. And it's harder for Kiriko to do that, I think. So okay, any questions, Bart? Otherwise, we'll redrew that. We set up the code here. We'll do it again. All right, mate. Cheers. The key word is enter. E-N-T-E-R. I'm going to type it in my Twitch chat right now. Enter. That is the key word. Only reason I'm choosing different keywords, I'll probably just go back to coach next time. It's just to make sure that people aren't getting confused. But yeah, I'll just probably go back to coach. I probably should just do coach again, to be honest. I don't know why I didn't. But yeah, it's enter for now. Centeric. Ah, beautiful. Freaking Shelby. What did I enter into? Kidney donation. You guys are super generous. I appreciate that. We'll give it another 15, 20 seconds, and then we'll move along here. Oh, yeah. Let me look at that real fast here. Tier list of hero pool. Okay, what? Why is... Oh, it's not working. I have to like download something. I'm sorry. You just have to just tell me what it is. Just tell me what it is. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and choose a winner real fast. Carpe diem. Rank replay code. Replay code first, preferably, so we can get it pulled up. Renter. Thank you. Love that. Rigged? Yeah. I have it so that subscribers are 100 times more likely to win it. Also, no. Yeah, no, one sec. No problem. The only basically kind of stuff? Yeah, basically, historically, yeah, you get the pass. But then you became a coach, and then that took you down a notch. Whew. This tea is terrible. It's like, just tastes terrible, man. It really does. And it's also like loose leaf, so I gotta move this container out of the way now. Shut up, Lube. Is Queenie any good in higher ranks? Map situational. But I think she's good until like GM champ. And still map situational then. Clarity Pill, thank you for the sub.
Ready for battle.
Which one are you? GM console open queue? Sure. And who are you?
4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1.
How many more? A couple more.
Objective.
Let's pick a random person.
Constructing my barrier.
It's always support players, man, y'all. All right, let's take a look here. Nope. Double stack with your tank. Get your butt cheeks over here. Get your butt cheeks over here. Instantly win your duel because you have support on your angle, which then means that your DPS can win the lane, and then you can go back to heal botting and taking the tank trade if you'd like. Move your butt. Move your butt. Move your butt. Move your butt. Split from your support, especially if it doesn't put you in La La Land. This angle is great for Ana. You've got a sniper weapon. You've got nade. You've got sleep. If nobody's here, you still go here and you play patiently and you have to run away from DPS. So be it, right? No. Angle. This is not a 5v5 principle. I've coached the game. 6v6 longer than 5v5. So much easier to land CDs. Do you see how much easier it is? I'm literally just gonna park my camera here. All right, watch the value here. Heal. Shoot. Holy nade right there. There you go. Even just your gun there, right? Easiest game of your life. I don't know, Harvey. The Sojourn Disruptor shot is really awkward, I think, with the... Oh, think of the gifted sub, Bart. I didn't even get the notification for that. Weird. It's a little close there, but... The nade attempt and timing there was good. It just was poorly placed due to your positioning. But the concept of when you naded, as soon as you saw an opportunity to in the tank trade, when you weren't under direct threat, that was good. But it's really hard to coach cooldown usage until your positioning is correct, because your positioning dictates your cooldown usage. Like if you'd gone in this angle here, and Venture was like running it down and destroying your DPS, then that probably means you need to nade the Venture and help this first, right? It all starts from that. It all starts with that. Where should you be right now? Awkward, right? Like, do I really play on the flank here? Maybe. Maybe you sit here, heal your Tracer, look for something here, and then back off from here. This one's understandable. This one's more awkward, right? Because there isn't a very good sightline from this position. But do you see how uncomfortable this decision is? Where if your team presses forward, there's really no way for you to deepen from here, you know? It's awkward. One thing that you might be able to do here in this situation is at least have some separation between you and your tank. So at least playing here rather than here. So like either commit to the angle here or commit to playing backline here. Don't get caught in Narnia here. And relax at the sleep dart too. You look like me a little bit there. As in you look perfect and beautiful and wonderful. What did we say, right? You couldn't help your Doomfist? Your Tracer lost the duel? G freaking G's. Your team kept playing up and didn't know what to do? Yeah, so cook. Cook. You're not doing anything here. Take the flank. Play over here. I mean, here's a really spicy one. You could play here. Super underrated, right? How come nobody ever plays here? In a 6v6 or 5v5. If you got a DPS right here, right? Cook. It's not a great sightline. Yeah, it sucks. It's better than where you're at right now. Like, this is the thing, is that if there isn't a good sightline, good angle, make it work. That's what we talked about in the Samoa code with the self-review, right? I didn't like where my team was holding. Made it work. Played an angle. Helped my DPS. At least I did something, right? And as long as you're respectful of the enemy DPS and tank, you got a good chance that you'll live. You got a good chance. So if you're going to die, or you're going to feel awkward, do so controlling an angle. Do so at least trying to contribute to something here. Where should you be? Where should you be? You ready for it? You should be flanking. You should be flanking. Especially because your DPS are smart enough to do it. Even if your DPS aren't. Chuck nade, chuck sleep, run. Better than what we're doing here, because we're not going to hit nade sleep. But you know what I'm saying. You're surrounded. This is awkward. Get out of the choke. Peek. 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 Look at you. 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 This is perfect. Well done. This is great. Now just chill. Now that you're here, relax. Yeah, good job. You've not been AoE'd by Venture. You had easy healing sightlines, easy damage sightlines. Look at this nade sightline. Chuck it, 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 chuck it. Yeah! A little late. That's all right. That was good. That was good. Nice job. Beautifully done. It's a bad map. It's a badly designed map. It's terrible. Good job. Nice work. You can even hold here. Let's skip ahead to a different point and let's watch one more fight from a different point here. Uh-oh. Nepal Village. What did we say about Nepal Village? What did we say about Nepal Village? Who's got speed? Who doesn't have speed? GG's. All right, let's see how we retake. Good luck. He's not playing with me. Automatic loss. Yeah. Going top is almost suicide if you don't have speed boost, by the way. That's my thing. It's like 5v5, 6v6, just don't go top. Like if you're playing on a rotate with your team, and I just go and flank here. It's just pointless. It's pointless. Unless you've got a couple members of your team going here, or unless you have TP or speed boost, it's just pointless. You'll get shoved into a locker and your face will be kicked in. Just legitimately awful. So you have different ways to play this map. If your team is rotated across, you can kind of stay behind and pocket. You can rotate with them and tuck underneath. Unironically, the fact that we were already on high ground, I actually think I rotate up here, and then I heal my ram and I control the space here. Against all angles, right? As soon as you see the majority of your team moving this direction, take a second to look around. Especially with that hog dead, man, I am not chasing the majority of my team, especially with their support resources already here. I'm going, oh, Ram. Ooh, me and you, Ram. We got this. We got this. Because this is the position that's also an angle that's unsupported, number one. But also, number two, this area just feels so much better from the on than all this crap over here. You're not Lucio, you know? This is, look at your sidelines here. They're terrible. Right now, we could be healing, walking, and we could be here. We could be here right now. We could be here right now. Whereas right now, even rotating the point is a mistake. We should be backing off, playing safe, finding a high ground, rotating. Or at the very least, play inside here. This is okay. At least we're off to the side a little bit. Nice shots. See, angles have created opportunities here, both for healing and for damage. It's fine, still winnable. Don't rotate away from it necessarily, and if you do, find a different angle. Good sleep, good nade. This is fine. Be aware of that echo. Do not be surprised by the 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 echo. Use your nano if you must, but do not be surprised by that echo. Good. You know, you're not stacked on top of your team, so it's been okay. Your team is now top right. You should probably move left. So you've got support here. So I would probably move back this direction here. Again, we're kind of basing how we rotate based off of what I see. Or we can rotate top. That's fine, but we need to fully commit. Yep, there you go. And then now look at our map control. This is much better. And we could just nano whatever. The nade needed to be more intentional. We need to nade targets, not areas. Yeah, I don't know who you're nading there. Nano, 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 right now. Nano, right now. Nano. Don't wait for things to go wrong. Nano, nano, right there. Nano, nano. Anybody. Nano the Reaper. Nano the Zarya. Nano the Ram. Don't wait. Don't wait. Especially with that speed boost perk, that thing is freaking busted. Anything can get value out of nano with that thing. Okay, good rotation there at the end. when the positioning was relatively easy, you did figure it out. But yeah, you need to create your splits more. If it doesn't feel comfortable, suck it up, make it happen. And then once you are on that split, be very patient and thoughtful about how you use your CDs and how you use your weapons. You can't deal with everything. You can't heal with everything, you know? Okay. We're gonna do, I think the keyword's gonna be coach here. Don't say it yet. Don't say it yet. Oh no, don't. Oh frick, I re-rolled it on accident. You know what? If you're here, I'll do it. I'm not scamming you. I accidentally clicked re-roll. Wizdiff, are you here? I meant to click X, but it's unfair for me to click that and scam somebody. Sorry. Let me know if you're here first off. Otherwise, I'll start the next re-roll. Yeah, no problem, Carpe. It was a little rushed. That's kind of the nature of these things, but I hope some of those principles at least make somewhat sense. Go and experiment with those things. Is there any difference between 5v5 and 66 in support? No. The only minor difference is that you spend more time healing teammates on those angles and less time like free dueling DPS and stuff like that. Because you guys kind of saw it in that first fight in Sanctum, where like the first angle our Ana took, we had both DPS there. Whereas in 5v5, maybe there's no DPS there. Maybe there's one DPS there. So it's a little bit more deathmatchy on that lane. But in 66, like you still take that position. You just are probably healing more there. Yeah, sorry, Swoopkong. Okay, I don't think Wizdiff is here, so we're gonna do it again. The keyword is, we're just gonna go back to coach, C-O-A-C-H. Keyword is coach. Coach. Recently. Roach. Oh no, I missed Shelby. Shelby actually said coach. I feel scammed. One sec. Diff, just give me the code, dude. Give me the code. Give me a code. If you're here, come on, just send me a code, dude. I'll do another draw. I'll do one. I'll do two draw. You will go, and then I'll get this person too. All right, let's roll a winner now. Let's do it back to back. Wildfire in Australia. Give me a code as well, or have one available. Have one. I will get you next. Just hang tight. What rank and roll is this? Wildfire in Australia.
Ready for battle.
Here we go. Let's take a look. Champion 2 support, right?
Ready for battle. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, you're next, Australia.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
Let's get our hands dirty. Like mending a shadow.
So this works because your Juno deepens, but I would have probably preferred for you to look at this situation here and for you to be the one deepening with your Tracer, or for you to be the one. I don't really rate Juno as being the proactive flanker in comparison. Obviously, you're champ here, so I'm going to kind of expedite this process. I'm not coaching gold or plat here or silver. You know, it's like you kind of understand. So for me, it's like you need to be moving forward or laterally here. Like Juno is not the one that should be rotating deeper necessarily. In addition to that, I think there needs to be more attention from you onto who's on your angle here. So like we're going for poke on Brigitte, which is like fine, but like we need to be looking at either Ana or Tracer here, and that ends up getting a really free Suzu. It's like this whole rotation just is a little awkward, right? Like, yeah, we need to be either rotating this way across from here from cover, then holding this angle with a tank here, or you need to be a lot more proactive and rotate with your Tracer here. My point being here is that we're holding space where we're getting poked out by Ana and we're getting stage on with Tracer. I got a 130 ad. Oh, man. All right, we'll wait. Thank you for the gifted sub, Jacob. Diff, are you here? We were going to wait. We're going to wait for you. Yeah, well, we were going to wait either way, mate. We were going to wait anyway. Either way. I don't run the ad timing. I apologize. But are you here? But yeah, TLDR, we were saying is like we either needed you to swing further left and commit here, or you need to swing further to your Tracer. You're kind of just hanging in the back, getting poked out by characters that are better at poke, and then, you know, it gets your Suzu immediately. Thank you, Jacob. Because it's not just the Tracer here. It's like also the Ana's controlling the sideline as well. It's like we're just not really committing to a task, and now we're stuck with our support. So now we have no space at all. So now we're just kind of fricked. Like your Juno's gonna die, or somebody's gonna die for that because you have like your Winston or somebody, like you have no space at all. Yeah. I mean, it's good that we're holding here. It's the only chance to win this, but yeah, we're not going to. Lucio makes it easier because it's easier for Lucio to be more aggressive on the more compressed sightlines and for you to control the more poke angles. But even here, it's like you need to make a decision. Like, you need to make a decision. We need to fully commit to this lane of the Tracer, or you need to be over here behind your Winston instead. Like, right now, we're kind of floating. We're floating. Like, we're not really committing to helping our Tracer, and we're not really committing to healing our Winston and controlling this angle instead. You see what I'm saying? Like, sure, these are some shots on Ram, but if our Winston presses here, then again, you see the problem? Like, our sightlines do not age well. We need to rotate. Again, it's just fully committing to a lane. Kasimov, how are you, mate? Rotate left, migrate space from left. Again, I'm using the cues based off of how my team is positioned to find space. Because you notice that every time you swing the Pika, get poked by hitscan, go to here. Heal. Find a way to compress and rotate from there. I'm scared to admit the one thing though is it's hard to predict if it's right or the wrong play. I don't know how to word exactly. I know exactly what you're saying. The point being is that not committing is committing. Do you understand? Like, not committing is committing. It is a choice. Because you're choosing to not be in a full position to support your Reaper or Tracer, and you're also choosing to not be in a full position to pressure the tank or to heal your tank. Commitment is a commitment. You know, like life lesson here. If you don't make a choice, you've just made a choice. The question is not about whether it's the right or the wrong play. The question is about whether you commit to the decision. Once you do that, then we can question whether it's the right play or the wrong play. So I want you to look at the situation right now and tell me whether it's better to commit to pressing this lane with your Reaper or whether it's better to heal with your Winston. You tell me. With the information that you have, you tell me. What's the better decision here? Objectively, not what happens, but what would have made more sense. Winston, why? Why Winston? What about the situation? What about the macro of the game says that you want to go with Winston here instead? He has 4 in him. My Reaper's in our space, but you didn't know that he'd have 4 in him. You didn't know that he'd have 4 in him, right? That decision to go with Winston or to go left side was made now. It needed to be made now. And there's not 4 people on him. There's 1 person on him. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's not a good enough. That's a hindsight answer. That's not a good answer. The decision needed to be made maybe even sooner, like now, even leaning. And notice that I'm saying Winston, but really what I'm saying is left side. Left side is what I'm saying, or right side. It's not really a hero. Like maybe Winston dives straight forward, right? Maybe your Tracer, maybe your Reaper flanks this way. So the question is, what do you want to be here, or do you want to be here? That's the real question. My face is covering Lucio's battle. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really thinking about the Lucio position, to be frank. And so for you, your decisions need to be made now in terms of what angle or lane you're going to control. And then you make the decision, and then you analyze it, whether it made sense in the moment or whether you have tendencies that are bad or good. The reason why I agree with you that you should have gone towards Winston is number one, I don't like this angle for Kiriko that much. When I have a Lucio that can control the space better, it's very, very compressed, very easy to get surrounded, right? Same reason why I didn't like Juno here exactly. Recently, thank you for the gift sub as well. And this is a more open sideline, right? So this feels better. But the second reason is also the fact that we already have a lot of resources here. Like Lucio support resource is already here. So more open sideline for Kiriko, number one. And number two, something that kind of spreads the love, right? So if there's anybody that needs support on this lane, I'm in a position to do so. And you're playing in champ. Somebody's going to be there. Does that make sense? And in Power of Hindsight, great position to shoot Tracer, to heal your Tracer, and to heal your tank. But I didn't know that. I just know I like this angle. And what I'm going to do is we're going to practice this skill a couple more times before we finish this review. So we're just going to kind of let this fight play out. If I see anything else major, I'll let you know. Like, your multitask from the position is good. You know, you do a good job being very responsive and quick with how you behave on the angle, but yeah, okay. Like, this is a fundamental of the game that you're already doing, but you're not doing with enough consistency. Okay, let's take a second here. Okay. What should you do? What should you do? Right now. You got a choice, right? What do you think? Again, it's not just what, it's where, right? That's more. Do you stay and contest this space with Emre? Or do you rotate out and flip the angle here, right? Well, this is the question. Are you healing a target on your current position? No. Right? So that automatically means it's a strike against it. Number two, are you stacked with your other support? Yes. Okay. Number three, is this a good angle for Kiriko? Well, I mean, it's a sightline. That's probably the best thing for this. Like, being in here kind of sucks, right? So that's it. That educates your decision. So I like you teleporting away here because there's nothing to heal here, and there's probably something to angle and heal over here instead. So yes, this teleport was correct. I don't know at all anything else about how this fight's going to play out, but as long as we keep moving away from our Lucio towards controlling that left lane and helping my Tracer, then this is fine. Not your problem. Not your problem. If you do this, then you need to commit to your Winston. In other words, if you've teleported out to your Winston because you like healing your Winston, because Kiriko's good at healing Winston, I would agree with you. But then this is your angle here. This is your lane. Our job is to control this space here. So then as we back off here, we need to start thinking, where do I position now? So again, let's freeze this frame. Where do you need to be moving? And why? Not what do you need to be doing, but where do you need to be moving? Look at the situation. Look at your sightline. Look at the lack of angle control that your team has here. Is there an angle that you can hold here while also healing? Yeah, I agree. Left again, right? We've got support stack here. Our team doesn't have a single angle. This not only creates an angle for you, but also puts you in a position where you can heal your teammates, right? Now, you could angle here, but this would be a solo DPS angle. And so I'd only really do this if you don't like where your team were holding, or maybe Tracer was here, right? But yeah, I like left heal. I like left angle instead. So we need to move left now. We need to go now. We needed to go now. We were out here in time. We need to be here now. We could be here. Instead, we're giving an easy AoE target for everybody to contribute off of. Sure. It's fine. Good, Suzu. Your Suzu timing is good. Follow him, yeah. Follow him, because I don't want to be stacked here and then stay here. Just relax. Even if he jumps away, stay here. Yeah, see? This is perfect. Now just relax. Stay here. Good, Suzu. Yep. This is why you're champ. It's good. Good. Get cleared. It's fine. Still holding an angle. Because look at our teammates, right? This was a good fight. Bad start, though. I think he probably dies either way. I don't know. I kind of a strange reset there. Y'all are only down 1, but bet he's wondering about that one. Let's look at another map here. Let's look at another point, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay. Full context. Full context. Check your team's position. You're on Ana now. Where? Where should you be? Mm-hmm. What if your Winston wasn't here? What if your Winston was here? Correct. Still right. DPS angle. If your team isn't controlling the space, you control it by yourself. Yep. Mm-hmm. Too much hesitancy. Too much hesitancy. Hesitancy, and also, like, we need to be moving now. Let me just move my camera. Be a little faster than that. I'm moving a little too slow. Almost. Slow. Almost. Be on the high ground next time. Ah, poop, man. Come on. Get your butt up here. Shoot, heal. Shoot, heal. Heal. Control the map. Your vision here is terrible. You see it? See how easy that was? Stage. Get your butt over there. Either on top of your Winston or controlling your own angle so you can heal your Winston and shoot the enemy team. You see how dry that was? How quick that was? How unearned that was? I mean, at this point in time, it would have been better now for you to actually just be playing with your DPS at this point in time, because now your Ana's rotated on top of you. Let's go. Control that space. Break the stereotype, you know? Take some responsibility for the map. Patiently, carefully. This is better. Just took too long. Okay. Let's watch one more fight and then we'll move on. Where should you be? Questor, thank you for the raid, man. I appreciate it. We good stream. How's my favorite champion Tracer player? Proving that skill ceiling and value ceiling are not the same. It's okay. We can heal from here. We can lean. Laugh with Tracer a little bit, yeah. We can kind of lean forward here. Heal. I don't mind this, but see, because this is kind of an angle. Like, our Lucio's controlling here, we kind of have control of this vision here. This is why the Kiri Lucio works so well, you know? God of War is an extended... Wait, God of War is... Oh, frick. Really? Dude, do we need to watch that, guys? Do we need to watch the PlayStation thing? I knew it was going to be somebody. I was not expecting... Wait, she's alive? Somehow Palpatine returned? Alright. Commit. Probably would have deepened left instead and gone from here. Makes it even easier when you're in Malga, right? Kitsu. And then because your Lucio is splitting, we can stay here. Like, this is the thing. This is fine right now. This is legit, straight up fine, because your Lucio's kind of splitting, right? So you're allowed to be here. So you're going to lose this because of old economy, but it ain't that deep, right? Like, I like that teleport, Suzu. It's worth the gamble. But the problem here with you, the problem with a lot of support players, even in Champ, is that if their support doesn't take space appropriately, then they're just completely, their hands are tied. Like, they just can't do anything. So... what's happened here is that, like, I think this is honestly fine. You guys just didn't have old economy. It's all right. Like, they literally have like 3 ults here, good ults here. Take an angle pre-fight. Decide it. Help your teammates. Preferably go with a teammate. Preferably go with your tank. Honestly, like, Kiriko is crazy at healing. So if you can choose, go with a tank. But if your other supports like kind of playing main angle with tank, you need to be with your DPS or you need to be by yourself. You know, there's nothing has changed here, right? Your mechanics and how you're managing your CDs looks pretty solid, right? But you need a little more confidence in yourself in committing to a decision. Okay. Does that make sense? Any questions? That's why Kiri Lucio works so well, is because Lucio is so good at these baby splits, you know? He can get away with murder. And good, and so, but you know, especially when you're running these poke supports, you've got to open it up. All right, Wildfire, you here, mate? Yeah, no problem, no problem. Got it. What rank is this, and will we know what hero you are?
Ready for battle.
Wildfire 543. Yeah, maybe Michael. What rank is this?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you for the raid again, Question. I hope you're doing well, mate. Congrats on the champion tracer. Like that is very impressive. Regardless, showcases your mechanics and fundamentals are just amazing. Quick play. Any fight past 5:30. Okay, gotcha. 5:30. All right, let's take a look here. Is there a large queue for the mini reviews? No, we're just doing random giveaways. I don't know how much more we're going to be doing at the moment. What's up, Kuzia? I'm going to butcher that. All right, what do we got here? What rank are you, Wildfire, approximately? I know if this is quick play, I don't really care, but like, this is a good angle for you. I like this. Unfortunate, that's just Mizuka ult and your team kind of fed. Nothing you can do about that. Mizuka ult is tough, man. Completely shuts down that angle. Nothing you can do about it. But you know what? It's not for forever, so... Plan to play with friends? Okay, no problem. Good to know, though. 66 quality falls off the loop when you hit Masters? I don't like this. Everybody in your everybody freaking is here. So this is a good reminder. So one of the biggest things we talked about this with support, it's like do not memorize positions, please. It's good to be familiar with the map, but if you look at the context here, you see your Doom, you see your Brig, and you even see your life over here kind of coming in here. This is a complete throw. This was amazing here earlier because high ground is good for Soldier, yes, but angle matters more. So with the context of knowing where all of your resources are going to go, it makes no sense for you to be here. This is a situation where you need to look here and go, okay, now this is the angle, and look at it, right? Look at it. You know? The reason why this angle works so strongly earlier is because your teammates were applying pressure here and here, so that this provided nice crossfire, right? This is so important. I mean, we know we just got done with the Kiriko one, talking about it, and an Ana one, and a Mizuki one. But this, I mean, Soldier, if nothing else, is nothing but finding the optimal angle. And this is just complete chaos, right? I mean, your aim is... The fact that we're able to stay calm and focus on the Mercy there is pretty nice. Like, that was pretty impressive, but this is complete Clown Fiesta. That's all right. And I think the reason why you did that, maybe I'm wrong, but my guess would be that you just rotate high ground if you can, right? But that's why it's important to understand the context of positioning. It's not memorizing rotations. You would like to be high ground if you can, but if your entire team is high ground, you got to be somewhere else. Just focus the squishies here. Good respect from Genji. I don't think this was bad versus Genji. You panic versus Genji, but like look at it. You're like, run away, create some distance, hit the helix. Maybe once he's used dash, you probably don't need to keep running. Like once he's used dash and you're full HP and hit him with a helix, like even just the chip damage here, you're probably fine. Go back and shoot him. But to be fair, you're not out of it too long. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. We just need to relax and hit our helix there. This is not a fight you're going to win either way. I don't think you necessarily played that one poorly. Wish I could send a Master Soldier code, but ping him as well, but not as well. I have a lot of high-ranked Soldier coaching recently, so maybe you might be able to find something in Spylo too. I don't know why, but I've had so many Soldier VODs recently. Maybe it's just like luck. But I'm talking about like some of them off of some of them private as well. But I might have had 7 or 8 Soldier one tricks in the last like month and a half. Like more so than any other hero, which is strange. This is fine. You're kind of by yourself, but you're off to the side. Yep, this is good. Just shoot the Rhine. Don't know if I would have... Yeah, I don't necessarily like the heal station there. Just create a little bit more distance. Kind of unfortunate. You almost get out. That was almost good. I like the initial angle there. I just didn't like the healing station. I would have liked you to disengage faster. I actually was not trying hard to say that, but with the power of hindsight, I guess maybe my brain has trained me to be very careful of it. Soldier being pushed, flashpoint being popped. Yeah, that's true. Yep, this is good. It's fine. Well played. One of the things you could do with Genji, so this is the most important thing with Soldier. So one of the challenging aspects of Soldier is that you can reposition on any angle, yes, but what the frick do you do if somebody is on that angle like Genji, Junkrat, Reaper, so on? The way that you have to play this is you go, well, I don't have time to run all the way around the map, find a different angle, doesn't really work. If you had time to do that, that's probably your best decision, but it doesn't feel great. Now, your best choice, fight for it, but be a rat. Be a rat. Hit the helix at the floor and run. And then hit the helix at the floor and run. Bait a mistake. Bait him. Bait him. That's how you use your speed. Once you're here, you've kind of already lost. Like, frankly, equally skilled Genji, equally skilled Soldier, this one's never going to age well for you if you go in blind. But what you do have is you have your helix and your speed to kind of bait and try to clear angles out. Bait him to push you, bait him to get healing, run grab the mega, see if you can hear a deflect or a dash, and then you could go back and then you could push him. Then you could visor and win the duel, right? So you save helix after deflect usually? Yeah, but it's more about winning the 1v1 patiently and not about winning the 1v1 in isolation. Like, in isolation, sure, but if I know that Genji's there, and he knows that I know, and I know that he knows, and he knows that I know that I know, then you might need to use helix around the corner to see if you can bait him to push you, or chip down 40 HP, right? You have, there's just not enough time to find another angle, so how do you win this 1v1? You know? Meow, thank you for the raid. I don't know why the alert is going off. I think it's something like you have to be handsome for the alert to go off. I'm not really sure. I'll have to ask Twitch about it. I thank you for the raid, mate. How long was your stream? How long were you streaming? I saw you were streaming quite a while. I mean, I don't mind this. Like, especially with the major perk, like you can get away with this, finding a different angle here. One from good creator to the next. We love that. But yeah, it's the same thing here. It's like you just got to be a rat. Yeah, this is fine. Bait the deflect, go back in. 14 hours? Holy crap, man. This is good. This is honestly good. I like the way that you played this one. This is much better. Heal station a little bit preemptively, maybe. But yeah, visor, Mizukill. Now be ready, be ready, be ready. Ah, we just got surprised. Ah, man, we got surprised. You have done so much right now. There's like 2 people looking at you, and the only challenge here so far has been sometimes you're not aware or slow to react to people that are actively contesting you. Like, look at this, right? Mizuki solo ults you. Genji damage boosted with Mercy is right on top of your head, and you don't have any help. All you need to do is not die. You're my TV when I sleep. I love that. I love that I bore you to death. Or to sleep, sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had the right idea. You just need to not die here. If you don't die here, we're cooking. Your teammates suck if they all lose, you know? You can tell them I said so. But honestly, really, I advise for Genji to get surprised by him. But exactly, like, you just need patience there. That's a 3v1. Or a 2v3, or a 2v1, at least you knew at least it was a 2v1. I don't know if you knew about the Mercy. But my point being here is, like, whether it's this rotation here, or it's this rotation here, be patient. Be patient. You know? You're doing good things, you know? You're doing good things, and they're putting a lot of resources into you, so if you lose this game, quick play things, it happens, don't worry about it. Fall asleep to comfort creators? It is, but it's also a common thing for me to be unrightfully offended by it. I should be provoking, stimulating the brain, you know what I'm saying? I should be provoking you to tears. I don't like this. I don't like this. The reason why I don't like this is because you have had time to check your teammates' positions and also to evaluate the fight. Your team is dead, so you have plenty of time to do any rotation that you want, and you chose the most crappy compressed angle of this entire point. This is not a great point for Soldier, to be fair. Like, this is generally a pretty crappy one, but honestly, this is slightly better, going all the way behind, maybe flipping all the way around behind and taking the high ground from behind. You had plenty of time as opposed to before, and yet you chose this one. I don't like this one. You give me passion to yell at my sitting main tracer? I love that. Yeah. And you could tell, it just feels terrible. Like, you have all the time in the world to rotate here, and it's like, oh, I don't like this position. And okay, and there's something else to be said, chat. If just because an angle doesn't work once, right, doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. So, like, I didn't like this versus the Genji because I just don't like this angle, period. But this wasn't terrible, it just was not executed very well. There's only so many angles that you can take, you know? Sometimes you just have to look and be like, I need to keep adapting and changing. Maybe you just need to do the thing that you did, but do it better. Yeah. Can I specify hero and map for those ones for audio only? I mean, maybe. I'll do my best. All right, right now, guys, I'm going to be a little bit passive-aggressive because it's funny. I'm not making fun of you. We're on Atlas right now. It's on that front left point if you're on the... Oh, frick. I don't know how to describe it. Guys, I don't know how to describe it. It's the one with the jump pad. Soldier's running right now. He's got the worst, ugliest skin of all time. He's got a watermelon in his head. He doesn't have his heal station. He's running to the fourth point, unlocked. He's sprinting. He's got that major perk. He's popping off. He's getting set up before the fight starts. He's checking his teammates. He's checking the enemy teams. He knows where they're coming. He's rotating towards the point. It's that weird point, the really compressed point with all the buildings. You guys know what I'm talking about, of course. You guys know Flashpoint like the back of your hand. He's on that angle. He's poking at Genji. Ryan's pinning at him. He doesn't respect the Ryan, but it's because the Ryan is too far away. He's getting a little bit too tunneled on the tank right now, and so the Genji's taking that flank on him. I need to see more resources put onto who's contesting him, even if it's technically less damage. So we need to be putting more resources on the person that's contesting us in the angle, and less resources on the tank. It's fine to shoot the tank if they're not being contested, but, right now we are in the act of being contested. The Genji's getting thirsty. He's salivating. He's sweating. A little bit of pressure on the Mercy, that's good. But again, that Genji is flanking around behind. Good kill on the Mizuki. Here comes the Genji. We're aware of the Genji. We reposition the Genji. Genji's lost us. He's going for the Light Weaver. Helix is missed, but just enough chip damage to force some elves. Deflect is forced. And even though it was not performed perfectly, our setup angle was good enough. Our awareness of the angle being pressured was good enough. And the chip damage from the Soldier and the final kill on the Mizuki with pretty nice mechanics is enough to win the fight. Well done, Wildfire. Watermelon Head is at it again. You don't like my melon? Yeah, I don't either. All right, going into this next fight here, we've got Blade, we've got Valkyrie, we've got Bastional. The enemy team is absolutely loaded to the gills, and we've only got Doomfist Ultimate and maybe Tactical Visor for Wildfire here. He's kind of holding a more conservative angle here. I don't necessarily mind it. It feels a little bit like he's anticipating the fight to happen on point, but actually it's happening a little bit in forward of the choke. Wonk the dunk on Cassidy, his teammate completely ends his brains out and dies before the fight starts. Now, I might want to criticize your positioning just a little bit here. I think in this position here, it might be better for you to provide a little bit of pressure as they're walking forward, giving your teammates position, but it's more of a nitpick here. He is leaning towards the right side because his team is leaning towards left. Shots fired. Genji is out. Helix used on Ryan Shield. Light Weaver pull. Goodness knows what he's pulling there. I just really have no understanding of what was actually pulled here. I just don't know. I don't understand support players. He does nothing. Blade has been used. Space. Is the spacing good for Wildfire? Will he be able to space out this Blade? Solo Blade. Run, man, run! Okay, never mind. He goes for the Brigitte because no life grip piece is dead. It's fine. Maybe a deeper flank. He's gonna die. All right. It's all right. If only we had a life grip for a Brigitte. We need to fully reset. Full reset, full reset. And by the way, this is a situation where Wildfire, I think your best bet is to just take the space over here. Just use your legs, you know? Use your legs. Take the time to stage here. They just can't keep up with you, especially with that major perk, you know what I'm saying? Jenny to Forrest Gump, yeah. It just feels like your angles are a little bit too conservative, even when the map is allowing you to go crazy. Like, this Flashpoint's amazing for Soldier for this kind of stuff, right? And, like, this is fine. Like, so we've got a Soldier in the inside right room right now. He's looking handsome. He's a little early, to be fair, but it's also, like, it's just, like, this is not bad. This is me being a little bit more nitpicky, but this kind of demonstrates my point here. It's like, you could literally be here. Like, you could be here. Nothing is stopping you from being here. Nothing is stopping you from being here. What you get for my birthday? Oh man, it's so tired of me making the joke about you guys giving me money. I need to think. I need to come up with something more clever. So yeah, this is good. We're gonna rotate away from them pushing us in the room and find a different angle, but you kind of see my point. Look how quick and easy it was to clear us out. But good rotation though. Good rotation to rotate away from them and away from your team to find a different angle. This fight was like you staging, maybe not in the best for the map, but honestly playing pretty good fundamental Overwatch. Rip the visor, rip it, rip it, rip it, rip it. As soon as the Mizuki ult's done, well maybe. Let's see what happens. Good respect to the Genji. Sure. I actually don't mind this. It's a little blind, but that's all right. We needed a little bit more vision there. Maybe a little bit more information about what was on the angle. And if you're going to pop your visor, my friend, then in this situation here, you don't need to be quite as scared of the Genji. You know what I'm saying? Just give it a Riz. Okay. Yeah, I think you need to take what the map gives you a little bit more. And then just in general, be okay with taking scrappy fights on angles if they are being contested. I think what's happened here is that you're not as familiar with taking wide open flanks in this map, and then your angles are being contested. Like, this Genji's good, man. Like, it's you versus him, man. It's you versus him. It's personal. And instead of, like, kind of accepting that and taking the scrappy fights and being patient, you're kind of just kind of giving up and trying to find a different solution entirely, and then that's just not exactly working. Yeah, I understand Wildfire. I thought so too, but then you need to look there. You know, you need to look there. So my point being is, like, this is like a fundamental of high-level DPS. Is like you're not in gold anymore, Toto. You know, it's like you're not going to be able to take free flanks and just nobody's there. Go kill backline. They're going to contest you. They're going to fight for you. So it's fine. Fight for them. Be patient. Rat. Run. Disengage. You notice that I wasn't critical of the times when you were doing that on the other points, right? It was okay. Didn't always work out, but you had the right idea. You know? So Yip skippy to do. Beyond that, I think most of what we were doing is relatively fine. I think we just need more reps in actually doing it correctly. Okay, YouTube. First YouTuber to drop a replay code in chat. We got it. I have to actually finish with this one. What? I told you. I said YouTube was going to get one. Because they can't enter the raffle. You're welcome, Wildfire. Dang, naughty penguin. All right. I apologize, Cardinal Soren. We'll have to do this again. Also, frick you, Soren. Twitch chatter jumping into YouTube. All right. What are we looking at here, Penguin? I didn't really think that one through. I actually think Twitch chat's on a slightly less of a delay as well, so that might have been a scam. Unfortunately, it's too late now, so... What rank and what hero are we looking at? Bertos? I have no idea. This looks like the Fallen Giant from Dark Souls 2, that void. Your Echo, though? That's alright. We'll let it roll. We'll let it roll. Diamond 1? Okay. We do have pressure from an Emre on top left, so this is kind of an angle here, so it's just nice. I wouldn't mind for you to, after this kill here, to then go sniff around here. And then go sticky bomb here, right? Like, you can kind of, like, Echo is a tempo, very, very, very much a tempo hero that plays on your sticky cooldown. So if I see stuff like this, when there's an angle available to you, like right here, that hurts my feelings. Like, I know what you're going for there, the target in the back, but at the very least, do so with dignity. Poke, 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 and then go from there. This is way too far back, way too far back. And certainly now, you know, I don't hate you for going for that. Like, obviously, I don't know why I would even say it that way. But, yeah. Yes, I will make a video about it, Ducklets. It's already recorded. The script is already recorded. 46 minutes, like I said. I don't know if it'll be that long in execution, but yeah. I don't mind this poke here, but yeah, this is more of along the lines of what I'm looking for. And what I want you to do is to perform better. You can shift here, cancel your shift immediately because you need it back as fast as you possibly can. And for crying out loud, please do not use your stickies here. Let them come and respond with your stickies. Way too important for you to use that here. And if you miss the stickies, unless you're actively being contested here, there's really no reason for you to not be here. Let's put it this way. If there's somebody fighting you on this angle and you're like, I don't really want to fight them unless I have my stickies, then we can play passive, try them with stickies, play passive, try them with stickies, that's fine. But if you're not even being contested, just sit in the angle and poke tank, you know what I'm saying? Skip to OT, okay. All right, yep, skip it to do. Let's take a look here. So what I'm seeing here is like, not enough angle maxing around your sticky cut timing, especially. I mean, you're a menace. There's no cover here. Look at this. Look at this. You don't even need to push here. You could just go blap, blap, and you get pressed, disengage, right? Because as I said, you're not going to have the consistent ability to duel people on this angle if you don't have your stickies. So then, yeah, you can disengage, but you need to force that response. The problem is that you're not here to begin with, and so you don't even have information about who's here. So you need to be way more cautious here first. Will I make a video of my Echo crash out after? I don't know. I felt like my Echo crash out needed, like when I crash out, I'm rarely going to post it on YouTube because I'd like to think that there's a gap between YouTube content and Twitch content where it was like at my rant about Sierra. I just went off unhinged on Sierra. And then I was like, all right, let's take some time and really get our thoughts down and be respectful about it. So if I do a critique on Echo, it will be more well thought out, more prepared, and I'll have some better solutions thought through. So if I'm frustrated on stream, I'm going to cry about it like anybody. But before I put it on a YouTube video, that is one, I need to go one step better, you know? Qualifies for Clips channel? I don't even know about that. I'm very rarely gonna crash out about something on even Clip's channel unless I'm pretty confident that it's worth crashing out over. Like, I'll crash out over Power Ace, I don't give a frick, right? But yeah.
Payload.
Yep, good job. Good flight, a little bit of flight control there. Yeah, that's fine.
Payload's advancing.
You don't see, the thing is you don't even need to leave there, right? Like, you don't need to leave there. Like, I understand you don't want to like poke here for 6 years, but drop your stickies, kind of disengage, and kind of hover around and wait. And then poke, and then if anybody comes up, you're already here, you know? You see, it's like you had to use a cooldown to get there, and so then it's so easy for them to hear you being there. I appreciate what you're trying to do, playing it around your sticky cooldown timing, but even this, it's like, just go back and do it again, mate. Go back and do it again. Go back and do it again. Bro is definitely scared of hook. Yeah. But you gotta be scared of rail. You know, you gotta be scared of the lack of value that you're getting from not being here. You know, I know it's not easy, but I mean, there it is. There's the cook. Yips. Ooh, oh, mama. Honestly, sure. I mean, I don't think it was necessary, but if you can guarantee get the kill there, high risk, high reward, man. You did carry that fight. Like, that was all you. So that should be it. Yeah, I respect it. I mean, it was maybe not necessary because your angle was pretty good regardless, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm looking for. You just don't necessarily need to die for it. But hey, sure. You heard Emery went for it? Yeah, I don't think it was a bad decision. Sure. It was well timed. Sure. Yep, that's fine. It's good. Go, quick. Yeah, no. Position first. So it's scary. It's terrifying to be here. Frankly, I don't even know if I'd be taking this angle. I'd probably be playing this angle instead because this angle feels so freaking isolated versus hit scan here. But if you are going to go here, the next thing you need to do is you need to get your freaking butt cheeks. Woo! You know what I'm saying? You need to go now. If you get here, it is over. They can do nothing to you with their composition. But alternatively, play the flip flank. You need to stop this. This is not your effective range here. You are a brawl character effectively versus these hit scan characters. You need to get over their heads, disengage. Over their heads, disengage. You know what I'm saying? You do not win this duel. You do not win this duel at that range. You just don't do it. And certainly not after you blow stickies. Throw your stickies like a moron and then get out. Go. There it is. We're just dead. That's the problem. Is like we were late because like if you look at by the time that you get here, your team has already been trading for a long period of time. So this was fine. This is fine. Good stickies as well. Beautiful done. Beautiful done. I say beautiful done. This is fine. You can rotate deeper here. I would rotate deeper. I would just keep going. Yeah, keep going. They can't stop you. They just can't stop you. Like you get to here, and then all of a sudden now you're directly over their head. It just gets worse and worse. So I appreciate what we're doing. I actually don't really have much of a criticism for it. It's like we just needed to do more. That's it. We need to do more given the map. Can we live here? I don't even know if we can. I wouldn't even peek right now. I would just listen, make sure that Kiri doesn't push you. Yeah, stuff like this. You need to be careful. This is fine. Go back. No, frick off. Full sticky and drop. She's dead. It's too far. And I appreciate kind of what we're doing, but you underestimate how lethal you are at that range with those stickies especially. So I think overall what we're trying to do here is fine-ish, but we could be doing a better job of it, and we need to get here sooner. Okay. Diamond 1. Okay. I think I might copy Dump and copy Cassidy here, guys. I'm not gonna lie with you guys. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, we just didn't do enough. If it makes you feel any better, this is a little bit uncomfortable. Your teammates have just kind of trolled. I think you've done a good enough job to win this game. But if you want to know what a high Masters player would have done there, they would have been way more aggressive once they'd gotten this position, gone for better sticky combos and more compressed space, and they would have been here 2 fights in advance. This is a difficult fight. I really think that you've done a decent enough job here. there's lots of little things that we could have done better, but for the most part, it was mostly getting to this position quicker and then being more willing to utilize your stickies in your face. That's basically it. How short of a cooldown stickies are? You're telling me, man. Does that make sense? You had the right idea. It took you too long to find it, utilizing your mobility and your burst, and I think we could have been a little bit more willing to take a trade in those situations. Yeah, using your movement, using your stickies, and so on. Like, I know that comp is not easy to play, and in theory, they weren't controlling any space. Your team was just kind of stupid, but yeah. Don't always poke. Yeah. Sadly, I have to stop there. I do have to stop there because I have to end stream relatively soon, and I need to take a second before we finish up. Yeah, I agree. Bertos. Yeah, your poke is your stickies, or your poke is when you outrange the enemy target. And if you don't outrange the enemy target, you are a cyclical dive hero. You are not a poke character, unless you're playing your effective range. I do not have one more. No. Yeah, the best thing I could do is play a quick play game or something along those lines. I need to decompress. And then I gotta end stream soon. No, frick off, Rhea. Frick off. Listen. What do they say? Naturally or artificially compressing the not the volume. What's the term? The supply increases the demand. That's the right. So, guys, I just can't coach. You know, you're gonna have to pay me $500 for one of my sessions. You know. I insulted you earlier? When did I insult you earlier? This guy's a champion tracer and a champion gaslighter. When did I insult Rhea? Will I do this again? Like the idea? Yeah. I would like to do this again. Like I said, I'd like to do this maybe once a month at least, or more often. It's a good filler content. Like I said, this week was just kind of a light week with the season coming up next week. So. How's my favorite champion tracer player? Oh, Rhea. You know you're my favorite. Listen, when I tell questions on here, right? I was joking with Questron. I'm being polite. What do you guys want me to see me play? Weekly, but for less time? It depends. The problem is that when I start, like we've been doing it for like an hour and a half. I want to like do multiple, you know. Moira? Okay. Moira it is. Moira it is. Nails.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Just had the same lobby you're in? What do you mean? How did that work? This is the only lobby I've been in. Alright, where's my Mizuki going? I didn't mean to jump. Killed my momentum. My rollout's screwed. Mizuki's playing main. I can go left. No fade, so I need to be careful. Heal my tank. That's dumb. Can't do that with the D.Va. Keeping my angle. Full heal. Moira is much better as a burst healer in general, unless you are playing within heal spray range of your team. Because you can just dump a lot of resource at once and then go back to that passively controlling space. Where do I want to play? I think I want to play top. Probably a better space for me. Moira's kind of like a hybrid of skirmish versus poke support. More of a skirmish.
A taste of poison.
I'm tanking right now, so I need to be careful. AKA, they all know I'm here, so.
For the parched.
Okay, nobody's on my lane, so I deepen. Oh. Okay, my team is dead, so we just chill.
You cannot escape me.
Ooh, where did our guy leave? Oh, this. I know he's there. Oh.
Forward spawn lost. Time to put a stop
That's
to
not.
their efforts. A cure for all the tales.
Okay, both DPS are on me, so I just need to chill. Nope, nope, no, no. You see? Just trust. Aw. Kind of trolling here, I'm not gonna lie. They outrange me and I just kind of struggle to do anything.
Big stanger left. Surrender to my will.
I don't know what my other DPS is doing, but we have... It's literally been me and my Doomfist right now.
Possession of the robot.
Stop him from pushing the barricade.
Oh, that's right. The Cassie just joined, I guess. That's right, because we had to leave her.
Progress is seldom won with ease.
They're pushing ahead.
I think we played with right angle. Same thing as the other side.
Pain is inevitable.
Good angle for me. I can out attrition this guy. Probably should heal orb that instead, dude.
Big stanger left.
Oh man. I think that angle's too passive. I don't know. Like I think I could use my sustain to go deeper on the flank. I think I catch myself doing that on Moira too often, where it's like, if I'm gonna play by myself, I basically need to be on the flank. You're either helping an angle that's more passive because you're healing it, or you're literally on the back line because you have just ridiculous sustain. So I think I need to go left side here and help my junk, or just flank all the way around behind.
Your end is within my reach. Reforming.
Okay, now I can help my junk right here.
A sip for the party.
I'm just gonna die. Coming back from the spawn. I'm surrounded, so I need to go for this.
A cure for all the veils.
We're gonna take that robot back.
Frick. Frick. The guy is your melon? Yeah, yeah.
My ultimate is
That's very common soldier skin. I don't know why it's... I guess because it was free?
The enemy is pushing their barricade.
Wah! Yeah, I'm fricked. Nowhere to go. Frick off, man. Hey, Mons. It's so ugly, it's funny. It is kind of... I do have a really ugly soldier skin as well equipped, so... Yeah, we're wrapping up in a second here. Alright, we can...
Pain is inevitable. Surrender to my will.
Oh, nice shot. I didn't even see him. I heard him, but I didn't see him. The Street Fighter one, right? I think so?
Time again to try again.
Yeah. I think it's the one with the funny hair. Should be, yeah. What is my Doomfist doing, bro?
A cure for all the ails. Over there. Big stanger left. Enemy forward swing. You would only ask for my help. A welcome advantage. Your end is within my...
Oh my god. My bad. Need to focus more on my movement there. That's one of the weird things about Moira. Whoops, forgot about the perk. One of the weird things about Moira is like your movement's so much more important than your aim because your aim is just so easy. So it's like, it's how you win duels.
Misery made manifest.
Wait, are we rip tiring? Can maybe put a little pressure off of that. Nice.
Enemy located. Enhancing your vitals. Receive my aid. The robot is in our possession. 30 seconds. You cannot escape me.
Man. Oh, I don't know what happened there, chat. I literally thought I had Coalescence, and I was like, wait, no, I shouldn't be doing this with the Hanzo, and the button was already pressed. Oh, that was terrible. No. Got a crouch spam? Yeah. That's alright.
Overtime.
Shoot.
Careful, we're outnumbered. Our time runs short. Take the robot now.
Defeat.
Alright, I'll do one more. I got time for one more, and then I gotta go. We'll raid somebody. Is it worth practicing statistically random 80 strafing? I don't know if statistically random is the way to do it, because, like, if you think about it, like, that would take, I mean, probably more brain effort than necessary, but I would say it's, like, probably good to have something, at least at the start, having something of a pattern to it. Or trying to mix up the pattern. I'm back on support. Oh, boy, I'm on DPS. I'm on DPS. But even just something being like making sure that you're not doing left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right is probably worth looking at. But that's more of a higher level concept. Why not playing this bad character? I mean, chat voted. What do you guys want to see? Rat? Venture? Okay. Play Melon Guy? I'll play Melon Guy. That would be quaint, no? You know that browser game is trying to predict your next Aeropress? That's right. No, I don't actually know that. That sounds fun, though. That sounds fun. It's like rock, paper, scissors, you know? I bet you there's stuff that I think people said that about rock, paper, scissors. Like, there is ways that you can increase your chances of winning if you study most humans' patterns, but
needs a cause.
this is the hideous game.
If we do this right,
I'm going to feel
you won't even
gross. I
know what
mean,
happened.
do you not see this? I mean, look at this guy. This guy is pastier than dough, man.
Safety first. Taking
Like-
down enemies.
Like, if you said, if you literally were like, hey, make potato salad or coleslaw into a character, I think this is what you'd get, no?
3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture.
Good one, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. I say that with a Danish accent. Bro, just disengaged. Zero headshots. Well, I have 2%. I hit one, I think. Oh no, laggy. Oh man, latency. Woohoo! Up to 400.
Let them out.
That's not where the map ends. Poor guy. Sorry, playing versus freaking Roadhog and Quick Play, man. Not exactly fun. Do I even need to Helix jump this? I guess not if you get that angle right. I'm sure there's a way to get the angle correctly. Alright, we're too stacky here. This Rhine is killing everybody. Frick! I think I can live back here. Wait, no, it's you. Oh, that's an idiot. Wait, can I chill? Wait. We'll never see it.
Got it. Thank you.
This is fine.
Keep an eye out.
I've got you in my sights.
No, it's literally just a noise visor. Oh, I could have gotten that kill. That should have worked. That should have worked. We created so much space, man.
They can't get away.
Dude, I literally tanked so hard there, and we should have killed that bat, man.
Three-fingered Joe.
Man. We did get a kill though, right?
Thanks.
Break off.
Much better.
Oh, that perk is so good. Again, that perk is insane. Go ahead, moron. He's looking for it. Oh, dingle! Bro, how are we losing this? No, I'm reload. Holy chumble.
My back's to the
Sorry
wall.
about that. Over here.
Dude, like, ow!
That's
Tell you
better.
what. Tell you what, man. Literally just masterclass in aim and positioning and cooldown usage. I've got 5% critical hit accuracy, almost double digits if I had a little more. Tell you what, man. Frick off, man. Frick the all the way off.
Look at the state of the world.
All right, man.
Something has to change.
Five,
All right, we're gonna get it.
3, 2, 1.
All right, here we go.
Round
Yep, skip it to do. We've almost got our juice perk, so we should be really cooking.
Attack the objective. Over here. Over here.
Dude, how, man?
major pass.
Ah, mama, mama, ooh.
Come on. Let's push him out.
Oh!
Fine.
If I'm still standing, I'm still fighting.
Dude, how is this Kiriko getting pinned every fight? I mean, that's literally 4 times. Okay, we need to back off. Oh! Bow down!
Next up.
He was kind of moving in a straight line, but I'll take my wins when I can.
I have the objective.
Nobody says anything. I hit one decent clip. All quiet on the Western Front. Frick
I
off,
rub some
man.
dirt on it.
Frick
Let's go.
off. I mean, Ryan's a bit charge happy because we just walk in front of his charge. I'm freaking dead.
I've got you in my
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Thank you, Bonk. Frick off. I don't think I should advise her there. I don't think I win that duel, even if he doesn't. If he could just dire triggers me and I'm dead. That was just dumb. That character is absurd with dire triggers. That character is absurd with dire triggers. Look at that! He does better damage than I do!
Still got some fighting.
Well, he didn't have Wraith, and I had my... Alright, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and end the stream today. Appreciate you guys. GG's. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Loves and kisses. I'll see you guys in Saturday.